Okay, hey, Alita Army. Welcome to the Alita live stream of September the 24th, 2021. Let's talk about an Alita franchise where we discuss all things to do with the movie Alita Battle Angel, the source manga Gundam, and the greatly desired sequels. I am your host, the Muskogee Creek, and we are going to have several other folks participating today in the stream. And just to remind everyone that the Kansas bar in Denver is open for business. And look who is visiting. That's pretty cool, I think, much to Angelus's dismay. So anyway, but yeah, we got that sign up last week. You guys probably know this. And, I'm really proud of that thing. So anyway, I turn it on just about every day. So it's a really cool thing to look at, when you go inside the bar and that sort of stuff. Okay. By the way, anybody that wants to join in the discussion about Alita and getting an Alita franchise, I'm going to put the link in the chat. And you can definitely jump on if you want and discuss Alita and what we hope to get out of a franchise here. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and start, I guess. We'll have some other folks coming on here in just a few minutes. But anyway, as you guys all know, the Creek wants all of it. The Creek wants a series, a sequel, and not just a sequel. I want more than one movie. I want several movies because I think there's just that much material and there's just that much to Alita's story that we've got to see it. We got to see how she does in kind of an adaptation of when she was called Yoko. And we definitely want to see what it was like on Mars in a series. We definitely could see that. We should also probably could get a good prequel, out of Iron City. That there's a novelization written by, I think, Pat Cadigan. I think might have wrote that. I'm not sure about it. But anyway, excuse me. We, definitely have more than enough material to come up with an Alita series. I personally would like a live action type of adaptation. However, if it's anime, I'll watch it. Anything with Alita in it, I am going to watch it. So that'd be pretty cool, especially if Rosa did the voiceover. If it was an anime and Rosa did the voiceover, that'd be extremely cool, I think. And I think she's done some voiceovers, so I don't think it'd be anything new for her. Certainly, she is a great actress. She could pull off, an Alita, type of thing here for the, for a series itself. It'd be really great if Disney was to do this and put it on Disney Plus or something like that, And there was a rumor going around. Now, once again, don't take these rumors too serious, but there was a rumor, kind of floating around the internet or on Twitter and even on Facebook that Disney was discussing an Alita series. Now, what does that mean? I don't know if that means a lot. It could be that just a couple of folks got together and said, hey, what about a series? Do you think that's possible? And it could have been just one meeting, or it could be nothing. It could be somebody making stuff up. I don't think that would be the case, especially since we've seen in that, in that one IMDb post, I guess, where, Alita 2 actually was in development. Now, once again, we've discussed this on some other live streams too, about how that's, that could be anything. It could just be one meeting, of a couple of people that just wanted to discuss the feasibility of it, what it would take maybe to get it going or something like that. So it'd be if it was anything at all, it'd be very preliminary. So anyway, how many seasons? Well, the Creek would just like to see this thing keep going and going and going. It'd be neat if it was like Star Wars, where they take a lot of the Mars Chronicles as an example and just start going from start to finish, because I've heard that Yukita Kishiro is actually working on volume 8. I'm about halfway through volume 7. It's pretty cool. But anyway, there's plenty of material there to actually come up with a series, on Disney Plus, even a live action series similar to The Mandalorian. Now, I think one thing would also be pretty cool too. One thing we got going in our favor is that Robert Rodriguez is going to, after we just got a couple of folks joined in. After Robert Rodriguez, came up with this, after he does the Book of Boba Fett, he's going to go to Disney and say, hey, how about that Alita sequel, or how about additional Alita content? So he'll be in a little bit better position, I think, at that point. And welcome Installation 7 and Do Not Stand By. How you guys doing?
Hey, how's it going, Gary?
Pretty good there, Austin. How's things going over there in Atlanta? Or as they say down south, Atlanta.
Yeah, well, it's going pretty good. I finally have enough time in my schedule to make it to one of these things.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, we're glad to have you on board too. Hello, do not stand by or take on any, whichever you like to go by on a day-to-day basis. How's things going up there in Arvada?
Going pretty well. It's still pretty hot, still getting in the 80s, even late in September.
Yeah, it's cooling down a little bit, though. I mean, at least we don't have any of that 100-degree stuff like we had. That stuff. I'm originally from Florida. From Pensacola, Florida, and it gets pretty hot and humid there. But even being a Florida boy, I don't like hot weather at all. I really prefer spring and fall, and I actually like winter over summer. That's weird, especially from somebody coming from Florida, I guess. So, but anyway, it is what it is. So, I just started off, guys. You haven't missed a whole lot. I guess I'll get y'all's take on this Installation 7, I guess, or Splash Bang, also we call you that. What would you like to see in an Alita series? Is there anything specific? Got a couple of talking points up there you can talk to, but what are some of the particulars you would like to see in the series?
Do you mean like one that would be on Disney Plus?
Yeah, on Disney Plus or Netflix even. If I don't think Disney had turned loose of it, but if it was on Disney Plus, yeah.
Oh, gee. What's interesting is someone will probably go back, because I actually mentioned something around this area like 2 years ago when we all first started talking online about it. So someone will probably find a clip of me saying something.
Yeah, I think I saw that video. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. But go ahead.
So I honestly can't remember exactly what I said back then, but I feel fairly confident that if in that situation like that became a reality and we're all like, heck yeah, it's going to happen, what would be my ideal thing? I like the concept of maybe. Have you ever seen a show called Last Kingdom?
No.
Okay. To make what I'm about to say make sense, you have to kind of understand a little bit about that. But basically, The Last Kingdom is a show. You can watch it on Netflix. It's a kind of an alternate history thing. Like it's set during the Viking and Danish invasions of old like Britannia, basically around Alfred the Great.
Yeah.
And the concept is they're based on some books that were written by this guy who's trying to stay as historically accurate as possible while also creating fiction along the way. So historical fiction, if you will. They adapt on average 2 books per season. I mean, that's until I think they're going to try to do a little bit more than that in this last season. But I was thinking in my head, what would be ideal for me is, and I know this is a hard sell because this is a lot of seasons, but I'd like to see 1 book going forward from where we left off, 1 book per season.
Okay.
Done, like do 1 whole volume, and if you want to borrow, if they want to borrow things from other books as well. But I think the movie covers roughly stuff from almost 4 volumes,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, pick it up right from volume 5 and just slow the pace down. Like give your world time to breathe, and get to show all the, because that's the one thing Robert Rodriguez is really good at. He's really good at showing sides of a world and sides of something that it's the atmosphere that you kind of you get immersed into.
Yeah. He certainly did that in our favorite movie, didn't he? I mean, he showed the whole Iron City, what it's like to live in Iron City. I mean, you saw a lot of that.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And I may have an unpopular opinion in saying this, but I don't know if given the way James Cameron likes to make movies, it's a slightly different, I would say, direction from the way Robert Rodriguez makes movies. I don't know if Cameron could have done a good job that Robert Rodriguez did. And I think it's just the two different styles of, and I know the whole time he's trying to emulate Cameron, but in doing so, I think subconsciously just did stuff that he would do. And that shines through. So getting to see an entire season of just, who are the characters of this volume, the new characters, the old characters, what's the character development? What's the growth of everything going on? Just seeing all that.
Yeah.
And not having to look at Goku. I just I don't know. Like, I just think that'd be perfect.
Yeah. Welcome, Den. How's it going? Den in the shower. Oh, I think you're on mute there, Den.
I think he's actually in the shower.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey,
how's it going, guys?
Pretty good. How you doing, Den?
I'm going to go take off and take a shower in just a second. I just got back from a run.
Oh, okay.
And my dog fucking pulled me off the curb and twisted my ankle. So now I'm back with the fucking
that dog of yours is crazy, isn't he?
The one who was a puppy a couple of months ago, yeah. I don't know. You saw him as a puppy, how crazy he was. And then he just got strong. Yeah. And he doesn't look that big, but he is fucking strong as shit and has unlimited energy. I took him for a 6-mile run the other day, and he was still jumping. I told you about the 4-mile run it took him on, and he still jumped 6 miles. Still didn't put a dent in that energy. So,
jeez,
I don't know what to do with this thing, but like I said, we're gonna do agility with him, see if that works.
Yeah.
See,
just stay after him. You'll get him eventually.
Yeah, well, he's good. He already loves the agility stuff. Like, he's very smart. We've kind of started him on that. Jumping over things and going under things and all that stuff. So
cool.
Yeah, let me run and take a shower really quick. I just want to let you know I'm gonna be here. Give me 5 minutes. I'm a fucking man. I don't need to fucking get in between every crevice. I'll let you know the gritty details when I get back.
All right. So anyway, installation 7. We'll call you that. So you want to see a continuation from the movie in a series? Is that right?
I think it would be I think it's a hard sell when you have something that developed a cult following that's already set up the world, it's set up the actors being those characters, it's set up everything as is. And because when you said Disney Plus, I thought you meant like we're dreaming about what a live action series would be. Because I already said like if we couldn't get live action, go straight to anime. Just do a full on massive 100+ episode story arcs, that's the thing, because there's no way, no matter how good Boba Fett or anything else does, I just don't see, and I think Jeff just is hit on the point that I'm getting ready to make. I don't see Disney, no matter how much they love Robert, how much money they think they're going to make, I don't see them signing up for that many movies that's going to take to do something like Alita that's that big, in its own. I'm not saying it's this size, but just psychologically to Disney, you have to kind of put it in that perspective. The scale of Alita is as intimidating as trying to do a live action One Piece. Like, it's not the same thing. Anybody who knows the two stories knows how big One Piece is, but to Disney, psychologically, it's like, no, there's no way we could tell a story that long. But as a series, I think you could make it work, because they know how to cut stuff here and there to make it fit.
Yeah. Another thing too, I think about it too, is that they would have to, they'd probably have to ease into it if they were to start doing movies. like they did Star Wars. You know, I mean, Star Wars has been around over 40 years, you know, and it's been a gradual, you know, make a couple of movies here, make a couple of movies there, you know, that kind of thing. I think if they were going to make movies like that, you know, of the story of Alita afterwards, but I get it. I get it. Do Not Stand By. What do you think? What would you like to see in a series?
Yeah, I'm still on the boat of keeping the mainline stories as movies, the ones that follow the first movie. But
Yeah.
I'm fine with the prequel being live action. I'm fine with having the TV series timed so that it goes back into some of Alita's life on Mars. And it'd be great if they could tie it into the movies that are coming up. And in addition, when the movies do come out and she has flashbacks, they could tie the TV series with those flashbacks.
Yeah.
So maybe when they start off, they could tie the first episodes with the flashback she had in the first movie, like her training with Gelda, and also when she had that first flashback of the fight on the moon.
Yeah.
If they could have TV episodes fleshing out those flashbacks, that'd be great. Although the final flashback where she's going up the tube to Zalem, that one they might want to save for a future season because that's like close to when she ends up in the junkyard, when she ends up in the scrapyard for Ito can find her.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you? So I think you would like kind of like a prequel series then, right?
Yeah. I like prequel series that just expands on Alita's flashbacks of her prior life without going into the future. I want the future of Alita to be in the movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too. You know, I do agree with you know, with Splash Bang on one thing is that if, you know, I want movies, there's no doubt about that, but I think it's going to have to be something that they're going to have to ease into because they're going to have to be convinced, you know, if they're going to make sequels, they got to make money, you know, and that's just the nature of the beast, you know. So what I see happening, if they're going to do anything, which I believe they will make a series. I mean, we've seen, you know, we've seen posts here and there, tweets, you know, about how, like on IMDb, how they talked about Alita 2 being under development. Who knows what that means? We've seen that tweet, or it wasn't a tweet. I think it was a YouTube video by a guy that had said he claimed. Now, you know, let's not get too excited. He had it on good information that they were considering an Alita series, you know. So, but we know how that goes, you know. I mean, these people could say anything, you know, just to get clicks, you know. But if that's the case, and they predicate this, say, on the Mars Chronicles, or by the time they start finishing this up, they'll have 8 volumes of Mars Chronicles because Kishiro is writing volume 8 right now, from what I understand. So, I mean, they'll have plenty of material, you know, that they can use as a basis for the series. Now, I think they're going to have to, you know, kind of do some things because for those of you who haven't read Mars Chronicles, I'm not going to go into this in detail because I don't want to spoil it. But, you know, there's a little bit of a creep factor that we talked about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's how it's kind of creepy, you know, or how it's kind of, I don't know what the word to put on it, but it's really, it really grabs you the end of volume 6, you know, and they're going to have to do something about that because I don't think that's going to fly with a movie audience. That would fly with us Alita fans, you know, because we know the story and all that stuff, you know, but I think anybody new, you know, that's new to Alita, that got interested in the series and all, it might turn them off a little bit. You know, if they saw what happened at the end of volume 6 of the Mars Chronicles, and no, I'm not going to say what it is, so y'all just have to go read the manga. So anyway, but certainly they will have, or they do have, plenty of content to use as the basis, for a prequel series. They have tons of it. Plus, they got that novel Iron City. They have that. They could fit that in somewhere. I don't know if they probably wouldn't need to tie it to a series based on Mars Chronicle. They could make it a standalone thing. Who is what we got here? Somebody.
Me.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of background, so I didn't want to.
He's drying off.
Yeah.
No,
got the hair dryer.
Trying to pour myself some water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that hair dryer for my my Jerry curls. You remember those? You're old enough.
Yeah, well, you
probably had Jerry curls yourself.
You got dreadlocks, do you, Dan?
No,
I don't remember
in
seeing
high
that.
school. In high school, I did, but no, not now.
I bet you look bad. I bet you look badass with those dreadlocks, did you?
I thought I did. It was really fucking stupid. I hated that phase, and I'm really pissed off that you reminded me of that. I'm gonna have bad dreams tonight. Thank you.
Uh-oh. So anyway,
so we are talking about an Alita franchise, huh?
Yeah, and Installation 7 / Splash Bang said what he wanted. Do not stand by.
You could make it easy. You could just call me Austin.
Austin, all right. Yeah, we can. Sometimes folks don't like their name on the internet, so but that's cool. And then of course, do not stand by. We both, and I've already said mine. What I kind of like. What is it you want to see, Dan? If there was an Alita series, how would you like to see this?
I made that video on it a couple years back. Basically, what the number two things I would like to see, and this is how I broke the video down. I guess the two things I'd like to see is number one, an anime. Of course, I want a sequel. I mean, that's just the vanilla take for every Alita fan is I want a sequel. People who've only seen 30 minutes of the movie want a fucking sequel. So in order not to repeat the same thing over and over again, I would definitely say an anime. Because the things that an anime can do are things that, of course, a live action film couldn't do without spending billions of fucking dollars and breaking new ground in technology. What we can get with an anime is we can get a lot of filler filled in, a lot of the time skips filled in. Kind of what I would like to see is I haven't watched a lot of anime, but more of what Toei did with the original Dragon Ball in the 90s, where instead of adding too much in between stories, I guess like they do with Naruto, where they add in filler arcs, they just add in filler sections to like kind of, fill out character moments. So, a little bit more time in the desert with Figure 4 and Alita, getting some time to see what happened during the 10 years when Alita was in the Badlands. Yeah. That kind of stuff. So we're seeing some slice of life stuff in those 2 years between Hugo's death and the motorball arc. When Alita had her apartment, I guess that's the time when Sonic Finger takes place. So we could see her being a hunter warrior more. And then the other thing I'd like to see is a game like an action RPG game. As I said in the video, something like Dragon Ball Kakarot, where it's literally just the manga, but as an action RPG, and it's broken up into two sections. There's the RPG section where you're just living out life, doing shit like eating and hunting and stuff like that. And then there's the other section where it's just fighting. It switches its gameplay into a fighting game, a 3D fighting game. And that's a lot like what the original Martian Memory was. It was an action RPG kind of like that. It would switch from RPG elements to straight up fighting game. And as the story went on, you got to play it mostly through the eyes of Gali. Just like in Kakarot, you play mostly through the eyes of Goku. But then there's moments where you switch up and play as other characters when it's appropriate to the story. Like you get to play as Figure 4, as Chaos has told us many times in the Martian Memory game. So I'd like to see something like that. The difference is that Martian Memory is its own complete canon, whereas I like to see something that is to the manga's canon. You know what I mean? That would be great. Or maybe they can come out with an anime and a game to go along with it. Problem is, how profitable is all this shit? Who knows? That's
one of the things I was talking about a little bit earlier before you came on is Disney will have to be convinced that they're going to make money doing this. That's what's going to drive this all of it, whether it's a series or a sequel or sequels. They gotta know they're going to make money.
And the thing I could see, the argument I would make if I was pitching this to someone, which I've never done before, so forgive me if my pitches aren't very good, basically is the fact that with the anime, you can reach an entirely different audience, because I would say that this IP didn't really have a chance to take off, especially in Japan. You know, if a Japanese IP doesn't really take off in Japan, it's pretty much only going to take off in France, basically. You know, as far as from what I've seen. And Kishiro didn't really care about getting much of an anime, which I touch on in my next video. He didn't really care about that too much. He wanted to make a Western.
Well, he didn't actually like the anime that they did in the 90s, did he? He didn't like it at all.
As far as I know, no, he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, but when he heard James Cameron was involved with Alita, you know, he was all over that.
That's what he was focused on, you know. And I think it's strange because Last Order, of course, he picks up Last Order a lot of years later, and now Last Order feels anime. So if you read the original Battle Angel, it doesn't feel like anime. Actually, it takes a lot from Western movies. There's a lot of Mad Max in there, a lot of Terminator, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then you go over to Last Order, and it's basically My Hero Academia. It's set in a Dragon Ball setting. You know what I mean? Like that's literally what it is. So I think that maybe he might have changed his mind and evolved on that. Maybe, because there's no reason to make Last Order so fucking anime. But yeah, I don't know. I think that just giving this IP is a chance to reach a different audience, because anime fans are their own fucking breed of person. You know what I mean? A lot of just because something may not get a lot of play amongst one demographic doesn't mean it's going to affect the anime fans in the same way. Anime fans consume a lot of shit that no one else in their right mind would ever fucking think about consuming. So it's a whole different demographic that maybe they can reach, you know? Yeah.
Well, Austin, you and Do Not Stand By. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you preferred live action, right?
I mean, if it's something that could be a reality, I would definitely lean that way. Just because I think that they've already set up this, and again, it's kind of like when you've set the bar so high, you know, the expectations grow with that.
Yeah.
The problem is everybody is seeing how high up the mountain we can go, and now we want to go to the top. Yeah. The problem is we've stopped like part of the way up. And we're just looking down, like we don't want to go back down. We just want to keep climbing. Yeah. And that's kind of how I see it with you know, Alita as it is now. You know, if you go to anime, but yet continue the story through anime, just through voiceover, I mean, you're still technically going up, but you're never going to reach the peak. So it's kind of like a like no matter what they do, they're kind of in a tight spot because they either say, hey, let's sacrifice the production level to get the whole story. I mean, as a fan, hey, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't help but be like, but man, what could be if they I mean, look at something like, and I'm not talking about Star Wars with necessarily Disney. I'm talking about look Star Wars, you know, just as it was, just like 6 movies, an entire saga, beginning to end, although just told in reverse due to the preferences of the director.
Yeah.
That project was that way because of
I thought, well, I mean, I like Star Wars, you know, I do, I like it a lot, you know, but I think my thing is it seemed like it started falling off toward the end, especially with that last movie. I mean, I'm glad I saw that last movie, and it was entertaining to a degree, you know, but it wasn't as good, you know, as some of the earlier Star Wars movies that went before it, you know, and you know, I think a lot of Star Wars fans were disappointed in it, you know, because it just had a lot of problems, stuff like that.
Well, to push back on a little bit what Austin said, but also to agree kind of what he said. I'm not saying an anime in place of a movie. I'm talking about an anime completely separate, removed from a movie. You see what I'm saying? Because with the anime, you're going to be focused on the manga. The movie is its own continuity, and the continuities are very different. And this is something that I've seen argued on the internet a lot about the Alita fandom. You know, some people say they don't want to read the manga because of spoilers, and I'm of the idea that no, the manga won't spoil the films because the films have widely diverged in a different direction. There are so many reasons why, the thing about it is I would want an anime that retells again the first couple chapters, but from the manga perspective. You know, I want to see Makaku as he is, you know, like I said, all the things I want to see. So it'll be completely removed. And then, I don't know, I think for quality, an anime, you couldn't really compare it to the film in quality. I mean, the film is of its quality, but then you can also have an anime of extremely high quality as well.
Well, they could take Well, first of all, before I say this, let me welcome Maxie. Good day, Maxie.
I was wondering if you're going to get a word in edgewise there, Creaky. Some passionate discussion this morning.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I love it.
For
I
us in the
love it.
future.
I do. I love it. You know, so yeah, we were just talking about it. You know, about whether we want an anime or live action. I think all of us want a live action. As a matter of fact, even Dizzy said if it's live action, doesn't have Rose in it, he's not going to be very happy about it. It's going to be a big no for him. For me, I think if Rosa is not in it, I mean, I would be extremely disappointed. You know, I would be. I mean, because I really think the world of Rosa. I think she's a great actress and has not been given her, you know, her due respect or whatever you want to call it. You know, I mean, she might have a different take on it and all because, you know, we don't know what their lives are and all that kind of stuff. But for me, if Rosa wasn't in it, I'd be disappointed a lot, but I would probably still watch it, you know. And I would give whoever was doing Alita, I'd give them a chance. You know, now they would have some, you know, some really, that'd be tough to fill Rosa's shoes on those. You know, it definitely would be. You know, so but anyway, I think
I'll give them a chance.
Yeah, I would too. You know, I'd give them a chance. You know, and then you know, and then of course they better accomplish. I know that, you know, or else there are going to be a lot of upset fans, me included, you know. And I think Do Not Stand By, he wants, you know, I think he wants a live action too, you know. And I think, I know for me, and I think you too, Do Not Stand By, you know, I would prefer a live action kind of in the, you know, kind of in the theme of like what they did with The Mandalorian, you know. I mean, I don't know how much The Mandalorian, the 2 seasons it took to produce those, but my sense is it certainly wouldn't be as much as maybe doing 2 movies. I don't know. You know, I don't know what that is, you know.
So is this an either or situation, or is this in the?
No, it can be. We can have it all. We can have anime and live action. I mean, I want all of it too. You know,
when you say franchise, I'm thinking we're getting sequels, we're getting TV shows, we're getting video games.
You're way ahead of me, Dan. I got a couple of slides coming up after this. Well, we'll talk about that too. You know.
Hey Gary, to piggyback on something you said. Well, I guess it's not piggyback; it's more like an answer. But I do know that they've said that I know that they've come out and commented on this multiple times, that the technology they used to make The Mandalorian was developed specifically to allow them to do that show at a lot cheaper cost than making a movie. So I think I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it's called like Screen Magic or Screen something like that. But it's that thing where they've got those 3D projectors behind them that actually have real-time CGI backgrounds so they can film, and apparently that is a lot more cost-effective than doing a big old thing like a film production would. Yeah. So others, I've heard other productions are going to start utilizing that whatever it's called. I don't know why I'm thinking Screen Magic, but maybe it's because Industrial Light and Magic created it, so I can't remember, but that was the answer to your question.
Okay, cool. Maxie, what do you want to see? Or are you like me? You want to see both a live action and an anime? Or what is it you want to, what do you want to see as the basis for them?
Alita Railgun crossover. What's it? Come on, come to my side, Greg.
Alita and Logan. I don't know. That'd be a wild crossover.
No, Railgun. I said.
Oh, Railgun. I thought you said Logan. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Alita and Railgun. Okay.
I think there'd be some sparks there because they're both very strong. Characters. They're both very headstrong characters. Yeah. But jumping back to the actual question I was asked, then, thanks very much. My answer is yes. I want it all. I'm not saying either or. I'm saying bring it all on. Yeah. But they're going to have to drip feed it to us, I think. My feeling is we might see a limited series first, because I think that rather than, I mean, it's got a lot to do with what the post-COVID blockbuster world is going to look like. if anything happens before Avatar 2 hits the ground and resets the blockbuster industry, because I think that's probably what it's going to do.
Yeah.
It's made, so I mean they're not going to pull it. They're going to put it out, but they're going to hopefully have bums on seats in cinemas that are running again by that stage, by the end of next year. And we'll see what the blockbuster attendance is like. Once that comes back to life, then we can hope for Fallen Angel as a movie. But I think we might see a series first, a limited series. I don't know exactly what they'll pick as the story for that. Yeah. Maybe they'll pick one of the side stories, maybe Sonic Finger.
Yes, please don't do Japan like that. Sonic Finger would be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, they could do Sonic Finger. They could have it as a 5-episode or 6-episode short series. Yeah. Get Rosa back in, do it a bit cheaper. Keep the number of characters and the sets down. They could use that lighting thing for much of the backgrounds. Yeah. Just to keep, like when she's up on the roof exercising and stuff, and then she gets hit by the ball in the side of the head. They could do that. It wouldn't necessarily have to be connected to the continuality of the movies at all. Yeah. They'll just say sometime after the first movie this happens, and then have that story. Have enough of it there that they can sort of look at how Alita's feeling after the death of Hugo. They can look into her, becoming part of society there. They might have to rewrite her relationship with Ido a little because they haven't explored that estrangement yet. But certainly they could do a 6-episode series, get Rosa back in to play Alita. I don't know how they go. Like in a couple of years, they might. Well, it's been a couple of years already, but it might have got cheaper to do the full CGI, or maybe they'll cut a few little corners so it won't look quite as schmick as it did for the movie, but it'll still be good enough for a Disney limited series. Yeah. And hopefully that will. They'll test the waters. They'll say, okay, we'll spend this amount of money. We'll have a short series. We'll see what the people do. And I think that, if it's flocked to, and I think it will be, because she's such an engaging character, that would then give them the confidence to spend the money on the blockbuster for the second movie.
Yeah, my thought is I think we're going to hear something relatively soon. By relatively soon, I don't mean in the next couple of weeks. I don't mean that. But I do know that Avatar 2 and 3 are in post right now, and they're filming 4 and 5. So it seems to me that the timing is starting to, and then of course, Robert Rodriguez, when he claims that the Book of Boba Fett is going to be such a great success that he's going to have some clout, with Disney to go for an Alita sequel. At least that's what he said in that one interview he had with that guy. I can't remember who it was now. It seems to me, though, that there's going to be something coming down the pike relatively soon. Now, that could be a year, But I would say if, we as the Alita Army, if we hang in there and just keep doing what we're doing, I think we will be rewarded. I agree with you, Maxie. I think we'll see a kind of a series, 6 or 8 episodes, and it could be that it could be anime. It could be, I prefer live action, but hell, I'll take both. We'll have both of them going, what
we would probably get in order to save the most money and see what kind of, I guess, fan base there is. So what Halo 5 did was they released something called Halo: The Fall of Reach, which is based on the Halo book. Yeah. And it was like this weird limited CG kind of animation, which is also the same exact animation they used to make the Fall short. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is maybe they'll do something like that, just to kind of test the waters and see what kind of interest there is. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they might do something like The Mandalorian. Maybe they will, because I've seen them expressing some interest and stuff like that, but maybe not to that level. It's just hard to see them putting Alita's face in something like a series and doing many, many episodes of that. I mean, how much does she cost for every minute of screen time? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that.
I think Eddie did a calculation somewhere. I think it might have been something like $57,000 a minute.
God damn.
Well, now that's using that motion capture, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, full performance capture.
Yeah, if they did a similar thing that they did with the season 2, episode 8 of The Mandalorian, where they had Luke Skywalker come back in, which Mike Reyes is really disappointed. And they, why have the Skywalkers back in, but anyway, that's another story. But he looked pretty good to me. I thought Luke that, obviously I don't think it's quite as good as that motion capture, performance capture, but they could seem to me they could improve that technology, and then make it better and better. And it might be pretty good, and it wouldn't cost near as much, kind of a deep fake kind of thing,
Well, I would be happy if they just did some specials, like a couple of special episodes where they do all out full CGI movie quality, where they actually show the fight on the moon that she remembered from her first flashback, and then they show her training with Gelda. If they just did those two special episodes where they did the full blown CGI and Rosa and all the works, that would make me happy. I would be happy to buy that as a straight to DVD, OVA, whatever. But we're just release it on Disney Plus for the first couple months, and then you can buy it on DVD. And if they're only like 10 minutes each, I'm fine with that, as long as they're willing to give us some new material and give us something to give us hope to keep going with the sequel push.
So you're saying maybe like a 1 hour kind of little, just a story of 1 hour of her, maybe going through the training that she went through in Panzerkunst, in the Martian or the military, and then go right to, or maybe not go right to, but kind of progress through that hour that culminates with her fighting on the moon. Is that right?
Yeah, that'd be great. If in the worst case scenario they don't get Rosa back, then at least they could get somebody who's like young Alita, like when she's 10 years old and she's training with Gelda.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind so much if it was somebody who was not Rosa portraying her as a young Alita.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I could live with that too. I mean, the voice quality, you'd want it to be fairly close where it's acceptable, to where you could believe it. Okay, this is a person that's a lot younger, kind of like they did with, Wonder Woman, how they had that little girl that was Diana as a little kid, I mean, that seemed to me acceptable, so.
I was just thinking about this, and you know what they could also do if they wanted to, like, as you guys were saying, test the waters. There's a couple movies that have done this, and these are all, by the way, spin-off projects. They're not meant to be major blockbuster movies. But look at something like Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15. That was something that looked phenomenally good because they basically, what they did was they just used the technology they used to create the cinematics for video games, and they just did a full movie with it. And I think a lot of the people that worked on that actually also partly worked on the game. But the budget for that movie, from what I understand, I think it was over 90 minutes. So it was not huge. It might have been the half the cost of what it takes to make a TV show like one season. I don't know exact numbers because it's been a long time, but I remember it not being that expensive to make comparatively, and it looked phenomenal. So you could easily, I think you could easily do something like that where you still get to do mocap, you still get to do some performance capture in certain scenes and stuff, and have good looking CGI, and you could have Rosa and the entire cast come back and do voiceovers.
Yeah. Oh, if they did something like that, just a short, that just kind of keep. it would whet all of our appetites, that's for sure. And they'd make money on it, and they would see it would be like a feasibility study for them.
That's probably what they want to do. You know, not put down the big money straight away.
Yeah. And
I mean, you look at the Animatrix. I mean, that was a good addition to the canon.
Yeah,
and if you get something anime-esque like the animation. And it's interesting that that new Star Wars thing that they've done with the anime Vision creators over in Japan.
Other stuff, right?
I reckon that's a good sign, because if they're talking to anime creators in Japan and looking to do more collaborations with them, Alita is fertile territory for that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, most of the people who read manga will also watch anime, and if they produce some, even if it's short series of anime on Alita, that would just, I think that would drive the fandom nuts if it was done well.
Well, think about the new people that we've had. You know, we've seen their tweets. You know, where they, you know, all these people that have never seen Alita and they just saw the movie and they want a sequel and all that. Look at all that's a whole bunch of fertile territory right there, fertile ground to get additional viewers. See, initially, those folks wouldn't watch anime. You know, I mean, before they watched Alita, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that.
Well, I know for me, I didn't watch whole. I mean, I kind of saw a couple of things in anime, and I liked One Punch Man and all that stuff. But I really wasn't that big an anime fan, you know. But
well, that's the same for me, but especially on Twitter, where we're talking about right now, anime is huge. People don't fuck up about anime.
I am so sure. But what I'm saying is the people that maybe are not all that keen on anime, you know, that saw Alita and they loved it and they all want a sequel, those folks would watch an Alita anime. They'd watch it, you know. So that's more viewers, you know, for Disney to have, you know, to watch a short story like that, I think, you know.
The Alita fans that were in it for Alita will watch it because of Alita, and the anime fans will watch it because they'll watch anything that comes from fucking Japan.
Yeah, well, that's true. But what I'm saying is the people that had no clue what anime was and they loved Alita, they would watch that anime.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. The Alita fans that were there for Alita will watch it because of Alita.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hell, I wasn't that big on anime, and I'd watch it. That's for sure, you know. Although I have seen some anime since then, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, I think they could kind of do two things with this. They could do anime and live action. You know, they could do them both. You know, I don't see why they can't do them both. You know,
like I said, if the anime follows along the manga story, then it won't interfere with what we get in the movies. It won't spoil anything. You know.
Well, it wouldn't even interfere with what we'd get in the series if we wanted to, if you kind of kept them separate somehow. But they all kind of were, you know, linked or somehow based on, you know, some of the stuff we saw in the movie and that kind of thing. For instance, they may do anime on Mars Chronicles, but they could do a little bit of a series on Iron City. You see what I'm saying? And they could that could be parallel. It wouldn't have to be one right behind the other. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Well, I like the prequel novel because it gives you a whole bunch of background into the Alita movie universe that you otherwise wouldn't have. I don't think it's a fertile ground for a movie because it doesn't have Alita in it. I know that book probably didn't sell as well as a novelization did just because it lacked Alita. For people who are true story fans, it's good. But for people, most of the fans are Alita fans. They're not Iron City fans. So it doesn't quite have the grip that something with Alita in it would have. So I don't think that would be the best option just because it's lacking Alita. You got to have something with Alita. I mean, you could have stuff about her training. You could have stuff about the Fall War, and it's not going to detract from the story going forward from the end of the first movie. So I think that would probably be the safest place. But you could also have a short like Sonic Finger or something like that, where you just have to tweak it a little bit to make it fit the canon, and say, after Alita's time in Motorball, which will be covered in the movies, this happened, and then you have this self-contained story. It's not going to spoil the main storyline, and it's still a self-contained story. So, and it's something that people asked for that wasn't in the movie. It's time of Alita as a hunter warrior. So,
I just know one thing. Like I said in my video, I'm waiting for that scene in Last Order where Zeka gets punched to the fucking moon. And all the One Punch Man fans are going to be like, oh, they ripped that off from One Punch Man. And I'm going to be like, no. Kishiro did this shit in 2012 in the manga. And you know what? That's it. That's what I want to see. That's why Last Order needs to be an anime. You cannot have Rakan running around in motion capture with his dick out, punching holes to the fucking wall. It's just not going to work.
You're right.
Oh, Dizzy says, what the fuck is Sonic Finger?
It's the short where Alita's wearing those Daisy Dukes, the short shorts and the little workout top. And you can see all the like robot legs and shit. It's really fucking weird, but awesome at the same time.
That sounds like manga and anime to me.
It does.
Japanese.
It does.
By the way, that Industrial Light and Magic thing is called Stagecraft.
Thank you. I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd throw that out there with my Google foo.
Hey, I'll be back in a moment, guys. So if you ask me a question, I won't be here to answer just for a little bit.
Okay. So anyway, I guess, I think we hammered that out pretty good. I think all of us want a series. Do Not Stand By added a little bit to that, a nice little, just a 1 hour, it may be a 90-minute. They probably wouldn't go 90 minutes with a story like that. They might, I don't know, but probably at least an hour story, of Alita setting her up, as, kind of a little bit of part of her backstory in the military, I would love the hell out of that. Boy, I'd watch that. And of course, Do Not Stand By, you'd have to invite me back up to Arvada to watch it in 3D. So that would.
Well, you know that
I'm biased. I don't like options where it's not in 3D. So I just a short that's in 3D with all the stops. I mean, they already put in the work to set up that moon scene and set up her training with Gelda. So how much money could it take to just expand upon that and make an hour special out of that?
Yeah.
Elon Musk did ask about, what's with her training? What's with the battle on the moon? He wants to see it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Remember, there was a thing there for a while. Folks were hoping that he would fund a sequel, or something like that, and I don't think he ever really responded to it. I think he's all focused on getting to the moon and then to Mars, I think.
And then do what? Like, you're going to go up there and realize how fucking boring it is, and that you're going to die in 3 months from radiation poisoning. You should fund the Alita sequel. You can do something with that.
Dan, yeah, that's true. I agree with you on that one, but I'm a big fan of space travel. I just think it's great, because
me too. But I want somewhere to go.
Well, Mars
are not a destination.
You want it to accomplish something too. Like for instance, a lot of the appliances and some of the devices we have now are a direct result, of our space travel from the late 50s on through to today. Because a lot of the technology they developed, or did some feasibility work on it, in outer space. So I think
I'm not saying don't develop technology. I'm saying that we're not going to terraform Mars. So let's fund the Alita sequel.
Yeah, that would probably take 1,000 years, I think.
1,000?
Yeah.
1,000 years? I don't know.
Well, given our technology would probably be a lot better, in maybe 300 or 400 years. It would probably accelerate it. But see, the problem with Mars, I don't want to get too far off the thing here, is the core is not, it doesn't have a magnetic
geologically
field.
active.
Yeah.
It has no magnetic field.
Yeah, exactly.
And it has zero gravity.
Well, it's got 38%, 38% that of Earth. So,
which is nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Man,
you're going to be a fucking plant
Shit,
If you
man,
do,
I
you
could
grow up
bench
on
press
that.
900 pounds up there.
Exactly. And then you come down here and your arms will break from picking up a marshmallow like SpongeBob.
To be fair, that was 2 marshmallows and a toothpick. So come on.
Yeah, the toothpick would be like the straw that broke the camel's back.
No, tell Elon to stop with this bullshit, okay? And fund this fucking sequel. Because James Cameron is too busy with the blue aliens right now. You know what I mean? But at least he had somewhere to go. And like,
Well,
Elon,
he's got, like I said, 2 and 3 are in post right now, so he's out of that baby, and they're filming 4 and 5 right now. They're filming it. So
crossing my fingers that 2 and 3 are going to be the last one, so we can get to the Alita.
No, well, they're filming 4 and 5, so
oh man,
he's not going to put he's not going to they're not going to let him get away with.
How does he know people are going to like it that much? I mean, I understand Avatar 1 was a big deal, but
yeah,
I think it was a big deal for reasons other than what people will come back for a sequel for. Because I mean, The Matrix was a massive deal, and then people saw the sequel and were like, "Oh, well, the trench coats didn't age well."
Well, I like the sequels to Matrix pretty good. You know, I thought they were
you
fine,
and
me and just 5 other people on the earth. Right?
I, as a kid, I saw the first Matrix in theaters probably 6 or 7 times. Back then, I lived on a military base, so we got to go to the theater for $1. But so I went a bunch of times. But for the sequel, I fell asleep in the theater, both of them. So I don't know. James Cameron, it's a real ballsy move to be filming these films back to back like this.
He must think it's going to be a big success. So, you know,
yeah. Well, if it fails, Alita's always going to be that thing he has in his back pocket that makes him extra cash.
Well, I hope he lets Robert Rodriguez do Alita.
Yeah, I hope so too.
That's my thing, because Robert Rodriguez is passionate for it. He's already said in an interview he wants that sequel. He's going to use the Book of Boba Fett to springboard that. You know, so
that's what I hope too, because I think he has a really good balance of cartoony and gritty. You know what I mean? Because like I said before, the Alita movie is more anime than the manga is. It just feels like more anime-ish than the manga does.
Yeah.
But also, it doesn't feel like overly cartoony. It's gritty enough to where even I was impressed. You know what I mean? And I fucking hate movie fights these days. You know, so
yeah.
I really feel that Alita was ahead of its time and came at a bad time for starting a series. With that whole, you know, Disney putting Fox down, trying to reduce the cost of purchase, and the movie suffered for that. I mean, if it had been obviously COVID's no time to review starting a new series of movies either. But if you could scrape all that shit off the movie for Hollywood and just say to Hollywood, look at this thing. And you need to understand that this is all CGI. You can't tell. That's why you didn't think it was that impressive. It's because you can't tell. And then get those old fuckers to realize what a watershed moment the movie was.
Don't these people have a staff that would be able to give them the data that they could consider when they were considering the damn Oscar awards?
Life is about context, Creaky. The movie was put in completely the wrong context by Disney because they wanted to devalue Fox to purchase it cheaper. That was basically it. It wasn't Marvel versus Alita or any of that shit.
No.
It was run the value of Fox down. They couldn't have a big blockbuster while they were trying to buy it, so they ran it down. And that's the context that it went to the Oscars in, that it was no big deal. Now, if the context had been correct when those old fuckers went into that room to do their decision making, it would have got Oscars, at least the SFX Oscar, at least. Yeah. I mean, I don't care if they didn't like the storytelling. The fact that it was such an amazing, tour de force of CGI, and that people will look back on it in 20 years and go, what the fuck was wrong with them?
Yeah.
I mean,
just looking at her skin and her
it's the hair for me. Yeah,
the hair. Yeah, that too. Those two things. God Almighty.
And the clothes.
I thought they had the CGI clothes. Yeah, exactly.
I thought that I thought Rosa was mostly there, and then they just messed around with her face, like just kind of rearranged it so that she can have big eyes. And then on the way home, because actually we watched this driving on like a 4-hour drive, and we stopped at the theaters and watched it. And so continuing to go home, I am watching shit in my car, and I found out that she's completely CGI. So then it made me want to do more research, and found out that even the fucking clothes were CG. That to me was when I was like, wow, this is fucking nuts. But I thought that was at least her real hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I didn't find out that she was that her clothes were CG until we had what was her name on who did the clothing double for the lighting. I'm trying to remember what.
Selena Lyon.
Yes. Yeah. I did not find out that the clothes were CG until we spoke with her. I'm like, well, shit. And then I didn't find out until several months later that her hair was CG. When I found that out, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't find
tell.
I didn't find that shit out until I started hanging out with you guys, and that's when I found
more or less,
out it was.
She's more or less the most realistic cartoon running around on screen. Like seriously, like it's absolutely incredible what they did. Like almost none of her is real. Actually, I don't think any of it is. I mean, it's completely motion capture. So,
and the fact that that I think that's the first time they've really successfully put a CGI character into a real world setting and made it stick.
Yeah.
But that doesn't look quite right. I mean, there was a couple of points in the movie where she was moving so fast that there was a bit of flicker. Like it did. I think that they didn't quite render out every single frame or something. Yeah. Especially with the 3D, there's a couple of spots where she moves across the screen really fast, and I don't think the 3D can deal with that. But other than that, like when she's not moving stupidly fast in close up, then I think it's just phenomenal what they managed.
John Hoots is trying to come on, but he's not able to connect. It looks like. I don't know. Do not stand by. I don't remember seeing anything flicker on that when we were watching it in 3D up at your place. I mean, I might have missed it because I'm so enthralled with Alita anyway that my eyes would just compensate.
Was when she was playing motorball. There was one shot where she shot across the screen and it sort of flickered a little bit on the track, and there's one other shot when she's jumping from roof to roof with the skates on, and she sort of goes through that area that looks like little stalls, and she smashes through a couple of things and continues on. She flickers a little bit there. I mean, I've watched this thing a lot of times and pick these things up.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that, but I'll be sure to look for it next time. Yeah, for the most part, I've seen it in 3D probably 100 times, and I can't think of anything that I'm really unhappy with.
Yeah.
Not off the top of my head.
By the way, do not stand by when I do invite you and Alita Rave down here now I don't have 3D, but I do have the IMAX version of it, and I got a big screen TV, so it won't be good as your 3D, but it'll be pretty nice, so we'll and then we'll get to certainly have a drink in the Kansas bar too, so and we'll have to stream that.
Hey, good news.
I'm a sad panda that they never got a full 4K 3D version going. It's only 1080p.
Good news, guys.
What?
Elon Musk and his wife separated, and you know what middle-aged guys do with their money when they break up with their wives. So there's a chance.
Yes, I do. I do know what that's like.
There's a chance. All we got to do is spam him right now when he's vulnerable. We can get that fucking secret.
Yeah, the moon flight and the Mars training. We can use that to get Elon Musk to get on board with this is the way that you brainwash everybody into wanting to go to Mars. Okay,
absolutely.
To Alita in these two flashbacks.
Absolutely, let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Plus, he could have a cameo in there. Honestly, he could have fucking played Destiny Nova for all I give a shit. If fucking what's his face doesn't want to do it.
Let him play Ed. He can
just
play
anyone.
Ed.
Hey, I've got a what if for Leo here.
Yeah.
Okay. Considering how badly we would all like to make Alita reality, meaning not just I'm talking about a sequel of any kind. If Elon Musk said, I'm having a hard time keeping a straight face. If he said, I will finance all future Alita sequels but there's one stipulation, and you, Leo, would have to sign off on it for it to happen. Was that he would have to play figure 4? Would you do that?
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
I would. I would.
Well, I mean, I would watch it. I'd be okay with it, but no, I really want somebody who's
I'm not
big,
saying I want him. I'm just saying
Here's the thing.
I wanted to put Leo to the test, see how much he really cared.
I love shit like that. I love shit tests and NPC tests and all. That's what I call them. Just things that fucking make me laugh like crazy. And if Elon Musk was to play figure 4, to me that would be fucking funny. I mean, honestly, you've seen him act before. He's basically Keanu Reeves in real life. Just really awkward. So him as
have you seen him in Big Bang Theory?
The shit out of it. I tell you.
What was that?
They'd have to
Have you seen
CGI the shit out of it.
Yeah, just leave.
Have you seen him in Big Bang Theory?
No,
Yeah.
I saw him on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't see him in Big Bang Theory. But from what I've seen, he's awkward. I just think that would be funny. I would laugh. Figure 4. I don't know how big of a character he's going to be in the next few movies, but they got to fit a lot of shit in there. So I don't think he's going to have a lot of screen time. So why not? There you go. Elon Musk is figure 4.
You know what? If it gets us a sequel, shit, I'd watch it for sure. I'd be happy with it. But they better CGI the hell out of him.
Make him Jack.
No, that's part of the test.
Imagine like
couldn't
Jack
be CGI. That's the thing. They got to show his face.
No,
Imagine like Elon Musk jacked as fuck, but like super awkward and just Elon Musk. And then getting beat up in the desert.
Yeah. Yeah, let Alita stomp him in the mud. That'd be funny.
I would have fun, man.
God,
that's what movies are about at the end of the day, is fun, and that would be fun. So why not?
I like what Vladi said though. Give him a cameo. I mean, I'd be more in favor of that. But hey, if it gets us a sequel, what the hell?
Could always have him be Baron Mustard.
Oh, this guy.
Oh yeah.
Here's Johnny.
He could be Baron Muster, absolutely.
Yes, he's already on Mars after all.
See that guy get dick tortured, man. I wouldn't like that. Which is a scene in fucking Mars Chronicle, by the way, guys. So get ready when you get there. It's even worse than last week.
Well, they're going to have to make some changes. They're not going to be able to do some of that shit in the movie unless they want to make it X-rated or something.
You feel dirty when you're done reading Mars Chronicle, man. You really do.
Yeah, you want to take a shower, don't you?
Yeah, his backstory is a little bit fucked, man. It's a little bit fucked. Baron Mustard, yeah. Can't wait for Splashbang to get to that part of the manga when he reads it.
Yeah.
I love how Leo. I love how you assume I will actually read the manga.
Just do it. Why not? Time off. Just fucking do it.
Amber Heard, Ash Blackwood.
Nah.
No.
I think that I'm trying to see if what I'm about to say is going to be hypocritical, but I can't think of any ways it is as of right now. But no one who's played in a superhero movie should be in an Alita movie because they have already demonstrated to have the wrong charisma for it. And I'm going to get flack for that.
Well, I don't know. If they're a good actor, I think. Oh, by the way, I didn't welcome John Hoops. How's it going, John?
Why would you welcome this guy?
Yeah,
I try to keep him away.
He's a good guy. Come on, he's a good guy.
I try.
Yeah. How's your shoulder, John?
Yeah,
A lot better, sir. A lot better.
You
Probably be
riding
out
again?
of the woods pretty soon. No,
How did you do that
not on
anyway?
trails anyway. Huh?
How did you injure your shoulder again now?
I went too slow off the end of a ramp and flipped over the handlebars.
He kept moving while his bike was stopped. Is basically the
Pretty
bike-
much.
the physics of it. Right there.
Well, I injured my shoulder about 2 weeks ago when I was in that competition. Not to the degree you did, but I was doing my second deadlift, and I got it up, and then when I let it down, I don't drop it because you don't get credit for it, but I kind of drop it, but I keep my hands on it, and I didn't get my hands turned around fast enough, and it jammed my right shoulder, and I had to do one more deadlift, But I told my strength coach, I said, I am lifting this last thing. I don't care if my goddamn arm falls off. So anyway, that's another story. I digress here. So anyway,
it's better though, right?
It's better now. Yeah,
you just competed, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
You just recently competed like a week or two ago, right?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember it's the same weekend as my run. So so
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you do in your run, Dan?
I did exactly as I expected I would. About middle of the pack because I'm not a runner.
Yeah.
22nd out of like 200.
Okay, what was your time? That was a 10K,
I'm not
right?
telling you. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Must have been an hour.
It was about an hour.
45 minutes.
No, it was about an hour. It was like an hour.
That's not bad, man. That's not
Thing
bad.
is, the run was a little bit longer than 10K. It was like 10.5K or something like that. So
Okay.
I'm watching on my time, and I'm like, wait, it's an hour, and I'm not done with this fucking race. It turned out it was a little bit longer than that. So I wasn't so mad.
A 10.5K, huh? Holy moly.
I don't know. It was more than 10. It was like substantially more than 10, like noticeably more, because I'm still running and I'm past the hour mark on my phone. And I'm still fucking running, and I'm like, it doesn't take me this long to run 10K. And then I went and looked it up, and it was a little bit longer.
You need to get a Fitbit, man. That's what you need.
Nah, I just have my phone. Because I watch Dragon Ball while I fucking run. Everyone knows this. You know what I mean? So
Kamehameha!
I literally fucking do. Because I have the phone in my hand tracking my run, and the screen is right there in front of me as I track my run.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
it's literally a show all about fucking working out and improving yourself. You know what I mean? It's Rocky, but longer without robots. Well, I guess it does have robots, just like fucking Rocky. So there you go. Yeah, what else do you need for motivation to keep going? You know.
Well, let's get back to Alita here, because I mean I could definitely talk about running and lifting weights and all forever. You know.
Yeah, that topic ballooned.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. So anyway, okay, let's talk about sequels now. The Creek wants a bunch of sequels. I mean, if James Cameron's going to do 4 sequels on Avatar, I want 4 sequels on Alita. That's what I want.
I kind of find it funny you skimped on her.
I want to see. I mean, the Creek really wants to see Alita. He really does. You know, so they better come up with 4 sequels, in my opinion. But anyway,
isn't that your house in the background of that shot there?
Which is that?
The top shot.
What you mean?
He thinks it's your bar.
You mean this?
It went right over his head.
Bar sign.
No, this is just the background right here. This is not. That's not my house.
I was talking about the image on the screen.
The picture of the Kansas bar on the slide.
Way over your head, Gary.
Oh,
you have to jump to catch that one.
Okay, yeah, I guess that went right over my head, didn't it?
I'm sorry. I actually thought that you'd get it right away and it would be really cool. And I totally just destroyed the whole moment.
No,
chirp.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm dense. No.
You can't say dense without den.
That's
Balloon
right.
rapidly deflating.
I mean, you see my arm.
Nice one, Ray.
Oh, boy.
I don't know, but yeah, I guess I am a boss. I have a bunch of instructors working for me. So anyway, Dizzy thinks it's funny, of course. Dizzy, get your butt on here. You can degrade us all you want if you come on the stream. So
that's getting really, really, really fucking risque right there. You know he will too. So have you seen the fucking shit he sends us in private?
Dizzy, please come on. I miss you, man.
Yeah. Oh, Vladi says, what the F is Hot Toys Alita doing at Creaky's house? Hot Toys Alita, she likes Creaky. So anyway, that's where it goes. Plus I got 2 of them. So
one day Uriel's just gonna show up, he's gonna be like, you guys think you got it good? Look what I got.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've invited Uriel to a couple of streams and he says thank you and all, but I don't know if he's busy or what,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Uriel. I think he's a good guy. So, I'll invite him to the next stream.
I always autocorrect his name to urinal. Ugh.
What?
Urinal?
Because he's full of piss and wind. What?
Yeah. So, all right, moving right along, back to Alita.
Someone enjoyed that too much.
Yeah, okay, do not stand by. I'm gonna get this thing back to Alita one way or another. Do not stand by. What do you kind of want to see in sequels? What's your vision for And I got sequels up there as plural, damn it. So,
Well, yeah, for sure. Motorball has got to be in the sequel. I saw a comment that Motorball could be a TV series and not be in the sequel, but I think given the way that it ended the first movie, it definitely has to begin the next movie. There has to be a big part of Alita's character development and how she deals with Hugo's death through her Horizon Motorball. And I think that's got to be in Alita Fallen Angel.
Yeah, I mean, because she is basically she's been mentally destroyed, or not destroyed, but I'd say very, damaged very badly emotionally, with losing Hugo, if she was a real character, I'd say, okay, yeah, I'm sorry for your loss and all that, but I'd be thinking, you're better off. But I wouldn't say that to her, So her Uncle Creek would say that to her, So anyway, wouldn't say that to her rather. So it's got to be. Go ahead, John.
I was just gonna say I hope they don't spend too much time on Motorball in the next one. I was the one that dropped the series.
I reckon the first act.
I'm kind of triggered by that, John, and you triggered me again.
Nah.
Honestly, I've gone through the Motorball arc again, and I think it's one of my favorite arcs to revisit. If they spend a lot of time on Motorball in the next movie, like if they did half Motorball, like an A and B plot, and they did half Motorball, half Japan, I'd be fucking happy. Like honestly, the Motorball arc is probably, between that and Japan, it's probably the best arc in the entire franchise.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I don't want to see it. It's more about trying to fit that into a trilogy. Because if you do that, where would they go in 3? I just don't want it to end up being rushed like how the ending was in the first one.
What else do they absolutely need to put in the movie? You see what I'm saying? So if they spend a lot of time on Motorball and Japan in the next movie, the next movie logically would be the Badlands. I mean, where else did you see them going? You don't see them doing the Zot tournament. And the Zalem part of the manga is only really small when you consider the first one. So when it comes to like the density of the meat and I guess just how well written the story is, Motorball as the most meat for another film, in my opinion.
The drama in Motorball is really good, actually. It's the only thing the action's cool to look at, but I'm still looking at a book, and I'm not exactly. I mean, I like books, but I'm not super.
Okay, guys.
I'm thinking mostly the drama.
I know why Hot Toys Alita comes to my Kansas bar now, because it's like Alita Baker says there that she judges a man by the size of his Damascus blade. So that's why she's coming to my bar.
Hugo didn't have a Damascus blade. How does that work?
No, I don't.
Oof.
Oh God. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. You know what? I want to see in some sequels, because that's why I think we need to have 4 movies. Okay, just like Cameron's doing with Avatar, because I want to see Motorball. I want to see the Zapan arc or Zerkapan. I want to see that. I also want to see Figure 4. I want to see that Badlands thing, and they could have a little bit of creativity here, because there's not a lot in the manga. You don't want it, and they could kind of add stuff. And yes, I do want to see the Zot. I want to see that.
I feel that the heart of the story, at least to me anyway, came out of the Tooned arc, particularly the God bless it, I can never say that word. Ouroboros.
Yes.
Okay, I forgot about Ouroboros. Yeah, you're right. Ouroboros is fucking nuts.
And they could do it very easily. We've actually, if you have watched Altered Carbon, there's already something very similar to it in that show. I don't want to say what.
Inception is also similar to that.
Too.
Okay, Vladdy.
I was gonna say that here's the thing: if you have someone as big as Jai Courtney playing Joshua Gunn, you would think that would be at least a significant portion of the next movie, and that's one of my arguments for the Motorball arc. Plus the drama between him, Shimura, and Ito, because you've already got Ito, you've got fucking Hans, fuck is his fucking name? Guy plays Ito. Okay, I'm not a movie nerd, so you get it.
Waltz.
But
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz. Call him fucking Hans.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Wait, before you
against
get
fucking
going, Dan,
German
before
people.
you get going on this, Vladi says he has a full-size replica. So, okay, now the Creek is jealous, or jelly, as they would say. So, okay, Vladi, you got me.
I got you too, boy.
But yeah, you know, you got Christoph Waltz and you got Jai Courtney, and you've got those two interacting. Then you've got you know, the drama between Ito and Alita, which we already had that set up and payoff in the first movie with her not considering him as a father figure and then saying father, and then now they have a fallout in the second movie. You see what I'm saying? And so you've got those actors,
Right.
you got that set up and payoff, you know, and then another setup and payoff. All that's already there. I think that Motorball would be a significant portion of that movie, and then Ouroboros would be a significant portion of the third.
I hope so, because I just don't want to end up getting all squeezed together too much like it was at the first, because it's partly
They're gonna have to drop a
the
lot of
issue I
shit.
had with it.
They're
Right.
gonna have to drop a lot of shit. Plus, they've got their own thing going on. Go ahead.
I know Motorball is probably going to be the selling point for the next one, and that's the part that a lot of people, especially the ones who just, you know, hadn't even read the manga before, really, really latched onto that. I think that's, I don't know, I just kind of have, I think even Ray said the same thing, that's kind of what they're probably going to go for, using Motorball to sell the next one. I don't know. I just don't want to see so much of it.
Yeah, to me, it's not about the
they're probably
racing.
going to focus on the action. And that's Cameron's thing. He's huge
Yeah.
on that. I feel he's going to focus way too much on the action of it all and not the nuance of it.
If
Yeah,
he lets Rodriguez do it, I think it would be a little different.
Maybe. Yeah, to me, it's not
True.
really about the racing. It's about all the shit that comes in between that makes the racing matter. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's not all
Exactly.
fights. It's like a few big fights, and then everything else in between is drama, build up, and soap opera shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's what you need. You know what I mean? So I'd say like 2 big fights or 2 big races in the film, and then everything else is Ito and Alita's conflict and Jashugan and
Yes.
Shimura's stuff going on. You know, the brother and sister shit, and Jashugan, his whole sickness and all that stuff, and Coach Ed, and all that stuff we can have as the bulk of the movie. And then actually, as I said before, maybe instead of focusing so much on Motorball, make that just part of the movie, cut down some of the characters like Ray had said, and then have the other part of the movie being Japan's fall from grace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they could just follow Ray's flan flick. Or flan fic.
my flanfic is going to be way too much material for a movie. Unfortunately, I could see that I'm overwriting. You could follow the basis of it, but it wouldn't nearly be as detailed.
I want to see her in his apartment.
Yeah,
I got her.
Don't spoil Creaky hasn't read that big yet, have you, Creaky?
I
I
haven't
like
got
his
past-
apartment.
I haven't got to 6 yet, so
Oh,
I've read
shit.
5 of them. I've read 5 of them, which is more than Angelus has read, by the way.
Damn. Call him out. Where is he, by the way?
He's working.
No,
Yeah,
he's not. He made that up. That's a myth.
No, he got a job as a security guy, so he's good. You know, it's cool.
Going and watching the camera, he could still be on stream.
I don't
think he's that kind of guard.
Camera.
And Angelus said that his shifts should be switching around for a month coming up soon. So we'll probably see him back for a month, and then he'll disappear again for another month. So.
Yeah.
You know who
But
I think would make a...
he misses us all, and he wishes he could be here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I got.
I like how Creaky had to tell us, had to relay that message as if he had to translate it from Australian into English.
From Australian to English,
Yeah,
eh?
Australian, yeah.
I love it when they say a liter. Shit cracks me up every time. I love it.
A leader, yeah, a leader.
I mean that in the most positive way too.
Leader of
what?
Actually, it's funny because Davo actually made a tweet about that a couple days ago, saying he said he's talking to his mother or something, and the word came out Alita instead of a liter or something. I can't remember, but it's pretty funny.
Yes,
Oh,
Lonnie,
shit.
we won't shame folks that haven't read all the manga yet, so don't worry about that. At
I've
least
read the manga. Shame me right
Creaky
now.
Creaky won't anyway.
Georgie might. I'll never let you hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Gotta love him though.
Jeez.
You know who I actually would like to see, and this is I'm actually just now kind of thinking this, so I might change my mind. But Star had shared a picture of Logan and Laura
Oh
from the
yeah,
Logan movie. I got to thinking, that
little girl.
Daphne Keane, by the time she gets a little older, or even now, actually, she could probably pull off a Alita and Mars Chronicle training up and all.
Yeah,
she definitely got the
She's got the
She's
acting
brutal in that
chops,
movie.
that's for sure.
Oh yeah, she doesn't
Yeah.
talk much, but well, at least not in the movie.
Yeah,
I've still never
Logan.
seen
I thought
Logan.
Logan was great.
You haven't? Oh,
No.
No, I
fun.
have.
Yeah, that's a sin, man. That's an actual sin.
That's a good
I
ass
was just
movie.
like, I heard it was good.
I've seen Logan. I've seen
Yeah.
Logan.
I heard it was great, but it just another one. Like I liked
Okay.
X-Men Origin, and I was like, okay, but everyone hated that one, so they retconned it. I'm like, you know what? Y'all keep doing your shit. I'm just gonna do my thing over here.
If you liked Origin, you'd have all kinds of fun with Logan.
Yeah.
It's the
I
movie
know,
that you
but
should
it's
have
just
gotten
like-
a long time ago.
I heard it was really good. Even my brother fucking loves that movie.
Yeah.
I'm just like, again.
When they
Again, y'all
say
keep-
that, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm not saying it.
Oh, I was. It's just me repeating myself. You're fine.
Would you do
This
that,
is-
John?
Yes, all the time. Go in circles without noticing most of the time.
Okay, there's a tweet back up here, and I know what Dan's going to say about this one, and the Creaky agrees with David Watson, is that Jason Momoa would make a perfect figure 4 and David agrees with me. So
That's 2 against 1. I don't care.
yeah.
I can take on like 7 of you. So
yeah.
Oh, shit.
maybe you can.
Oh man. We're back to figure 4 now.
Yeah, we are.
Oh wait,
You know,
so
I
Leah,
could be
this
in
is
the
the
bad
time where
man's
you jump in and talk about Keanu Reeves, right?
You know,
He gonna be
Keanu
way
Reeves
too
is a
damn
He
old.
is a really good actor, and I know he
Alita
can
is a 30-something-year-old woman playing a 13-year-old for half the movie. So
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
not
mean-
a 13-year-old, a 19-year-old.
yeah. 19.
for
She's
of
at
half of
least
the movie, she
17 or
was
18.
13.
No,
the
no. The body was built for a 13-year-old. She wasn't 13.
yeah, but we didn't know that as the audience.
I think she was
I did.
closer to early 20s at the end of the movie, but
Doesn't
most-
matter. The age didn't matter. Age of the actor didn't matter to the age of the character in the story because she was completely fabricated in a computer. Therefore, Keanu Reeves' age is completely going to be offset by
I mean,
Weta.
that's they really gonna CG him too. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, they could keep
Why
his
not?
face, I guess. They did it with Cyberpunk.
with Jason Momoa, they're going to have to pay at least 3 people to get figure 4 down. I mean, there's going to be
that's the
a guy
thing
who has to
that-
do his stunts
yeah.
and his fighting. With Keanu, they can at least save a little bit of money if they play things
how
right.
do you figure
That
that?
is
Keanu is a big name, man. That guy's going to want money.
No, actually, Keanu does a lot of small shit. He does a
He
lot
does.
and he also gives up his pay sometimes. Apparently, I'm not going to say that's what he would do here, but a lot of the things that he does just for the enjoyment of fucking acting. It's kind of like Nicolas Cage, but Nicolas Cage does his
Yes.
shit for taxes, and Keanu does his shit just because he's fucking bored.
That's the first time I've ever heard someone say that. That's great.
Yeah,
It's probably true though.
No,
Is it
true.
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it is true.
That's
But-
kind of
but,
scary, actually.
Yeah, there's actually a couple movies that Keanu's done that were smaller, just
Well,
to fucking do it.
Keanu would have to get jacked big time if he's going to be figure
But
4.
he's a cartoon. I mean, Rosa didn't have to replace her body with fucking porcelain to be in the doll body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they can't do that motion capture on everybody. Holy moly!
But
Well, most
this
of
is
Alita
Keanu.
wasn't even her. Wasn't
And
even Rosa.
imagine with a new John Wick movie coming out somewhere near the next Alita sequel, what Keanu's name would bring to that. I mean, Jason Momoa would bring heads too. I mean, he would.
Yeah,
The
I
only
actually
problem
kind
with
of
Jason
forgot there's
Momoa
just-
is I don't think he'd have any chemistry.
You don't think
I don't
so?
know. I think he did pretty well.
I think he's a good actor. I just think there's some people he doesn't flow with, you know?
Well, he definitely does. Well, I was going to say he doesn't flow with Amber Heard, but that might not be right. So,
Oh, flow like water.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. bad joke. That's a dad joke.
Stupid puns. Dad joke quality right
No,
there.
that's fine. I don't care. Yeah,
No.
I'm literally in like Zen right now because I'm playing Halo. So
You sound like you're in a well.
Me too, Splash Bang, except I'm playing Halo on Arma 3. I'm playing the Halo mod. It's fucking insane.
and
That's
I'm
a
playing the new
thing?
Halo game. So ha ha ha.
Playing what?
I'm playing the new
What?
Halo game.
Oh, Infinite? No, I
Okay,
don't know.
okay,
Man. You gotta
guys,
play this mod for Arma.
guys, I'm going to bring this back to Alita again, y'all.
It's
Okay,
always
I
trailer.
want to ask. Do not stand by. What does he want to see in a sequel? Not the series that we talked about a while ago, but kind of what do you want to see?
Well, beyond Fallen Angel with the Motorball and Hannah act, I do want for her to eventually get to the final showdown with Nova. And I agree with you, Creek, that it's probably going to take 4 movies at least. I wouldn't mind if it went 5, but I don't think they could rush it with the 3rd movie.
Yeah, the Creek wants 10 movies because the last movie I'll be on my deathbed. You know, I want Alita.
We're going to wheelchair him into the theater.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Alita 10. You know?
Come on, kids, get me in there.
But there might be an issue with Ed Norton. They might have to make sure to film his scenes and plan this out because if it goes too long, Ed Norton might not be available, or he might start to age out.
Yeah, that would be a problem because Nova he's throughout the Last Order and all that, so that'd be quite a commitment for him, wouldn't it? If they had like 5 movies, and for him to be in 5 movies, that's a pretty big time commitment for any actor, I think.
I think that all we need is for the second movie to go gangbusters, and the other ones will follow fairly soon afterwards.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's right.
I think that the situation has changed. They no longer need to put the movies down. It's part of Disney now. They want to make money. They'll advertise it properly. People will go and see it. I think it'll just build on itself. People will go back and watch the first one if they haven't seen it already, and all those millions of people who've watched it on streaming and go, God, I wish I'd seen this in the theater, will go along to the second one. I think that it'll make its money back and more, and we'll see the third one within a year and a half of the second one, and if it gets some momentum going. Hopefully we can get a lot of merch sales and shit happening.
Oh, yeah.
I'd certainly love a whole lot more Alita merch.
They really need to make more.
We're going to talk about that on the next slide. But, yeah, I agree with you. And here's another thing that Alita has going for her that Star Wars didn't have going for it. Because Star Wars, is kind of like a brand new storylines and all that stuff. And so the writers have got to come up with shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying they can't do it and that they're not good writers and all. I'm not saying any of that. But with Alita, look at all of the content there is in the manga. There's just tons of it. And they can just kind of adapt it. They can just kind of take it and adjust it, and that they don't have to come up with brand new stuff, like they did with Star Wars.
You go from, having to create it on the fly to being spoilt for choice. There's so much of it. What do you keep? What do you get rid of? When we talked to Leda Calligridis, they agonized over what they were going to put in the first movie. They were thinking of moving the Chaos story forward and having Leda come back with him from the Badlands. And, they toyed with a whole bunch of stuff because they loved it all. But, you can't put that much in a 2-hour movie.
Yeah,
I noticed that when I talked to her too, that when she was asked about Zapan, she didn't really have anything to say about Zapan as far as their arc. She focused a lot on Tuned.
Yeah.
I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to see Alita in all these different bodies. We got to see her in her civilian body or tuned body, all 3 of the Imaginos bodies. The
all Alita bodies.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm trying to keep this clean, John.
John, don't you understand? Creek is body positive.
Maybe. But I want to see her in that Imaginos 2.1 body. I want to see what Rodriguez does with that. God almighty. you know, the Creek is probably going to have dreams about that after he sees the movie. You know,
have Alita dreams. I had a couple back in 2019.
I haven't had any Alita dreams yet, so that's my.
I had it bad back then. I had it real bad.
Well, I got it bad now, but I've never had a dream about her.
When you call your significant other by the name of Alita, you know there's something wrong.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm serious. I'm not joking either.
Holy
I got that
you
look
like half
what?
asleep or something?
No, wide awake.
Yeah,
wide awake.
God.
I've never told anyone that.
Wide awake in
Well,
Fairyland.
you just told everybody that's listening.
Yeah, well, there's nobody
yes.
listening here, so.
Well,
That's not true. There's 12 people watching.
And David Watson, come on.
There's 12 people watching. Last I looked at it.
Yeah, well, there's 8.
Which is there's like half of them are in here.
And that's okay. God. I'm okay with that. I don't care.
Yes.
I just want to do stuff to get our girl that sequel and get some more stuff. You know, that's what I want.
I want to see more hi-yahs while she takes someone's arm off from their shoulder.
No, Vladi, she doesn't need a Mary Sue body. No. You
gotta give her that ask for the manager haircut while you're at it. Shave off half the side, make it flip over the other side.
No,
yeah, I love that. Yeah,
that's a desecration,
I see
John. That's a desecration, man.
Den's like, I see you, John. I see you.
No, that's exactly what we need.
They need to release an Alita Barbie so that John's got something to play with.
Shit.
We need her to have that haircut, and she just needs to boss around every other character and just be completely unlikable in the next movie.
She gets that Imaginos 2.1 body, she will be able to boss everybody around.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Nah, she'll just sit up there with the octopus lips looking all pensive.
I'm really glad they didn't do that in hindsight. Can you imagine if they actually given her those lips?
Wait,
oh boy.
As a big-lipped person myself, you're saying that big-lipped people don't exist?
I'm not even gonna.
Well, you said Australians don't exist, so fuck you.
That's a trap.
We know Australians don't exist. You know what I mean? That's a fact that everyone was taught at least in 5th grade. But it's like the moon landing. You know what I mean? No one's been to Australia,
dude.
But,
in Last Order, her mouth looks like an asshole. I'm sorry, but it does.
No, I mean, listen. I think that big lips would have been like. I'm just saying, big lips could have looked fine. You know, if you just done it well, just like anything can look.
Well,
fine.
there was some photos of Alita how they had taken various shots of her where she had those lips. There was like
she does actually
like where she had.
I mean,
like
Rose's lips aren't small, but
yeah.
She's got like that duckbill look in some scenes. It's kind of funny.
Because here's the thing about the manga. I guess it depends on the way you interpret it, but she does do a duck face. You know what I mean? Like she does do the octopus lips. It's an expression,
she does.
But also she just has big lips. You know, just like in Western animations where they draw a sexy woman and they make her lips really full. That's basically your character.
There you go.
Yeah, literally right there.
That's as close to the manga as you're going to get here.
I wonder what was. It's just, oh boy.
That's when she's at the bottom.
Kind of adorable in a way.
Sneaking around to.
She looks like she's about to assassinate someone in there.
I actually have a scene in my fanfic where she's doing just that.
Is that
probably assessing threats in the room?
No,
if I were to guess,
haven't got up to
I haven't. I was about to say I haven't seen that in the first
Creaky,
5 volumes.
will you just make a little bit of time and read on, man?
Yeah,
I mean,
Ray is so hurt.
Okay, John, you triggered Vladi, so there you go. So,
what I do?
I don't know.
My thoughts on why she was kind of glaring around and creeping as she was assessing threats in the room or something. Hell, if I woke up after 300 years and didn't know,
that's exactly what she was doing. That's what it says in the novelization. It's exactly.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's got that on there, which means that the filmmakers did their job.
Yes. Thank goodness Gersker had diffused that situation. Otherwise, it could have gotten ugly. And
yeah, I had to close that down, Maxie. I think Vladi was threatening to nuke us. So anyway,
what?
Yeah, he anything that debases Alita, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, what do we do?
He doesn't like
Basically?
seeing those lips. He didn't like
How
seeing
is
the
that
lips.
debasing?
I don't
Wait, we're talking about the guy that goes around dressing up the Alita doll?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's cool. It's
The
cool.
way you said it.
Nah,
I know
it's
who
cool.
Body is, and he knows who I am. I love him, man. He's great. I'm just teasing.
Yeah. Yeah, he got on
He's
me.
probably
I
got
did
more clothes for that doll than he does for himself.
Oh, I doubt that.
I mean that in a very, very like non-threatening way.
Yeah, there was a. Yeah, here's the one that I have in one of my videos right here.
I keep telling myself I'm gonna get her a little sniper rifle to go with. That way, I can get maybe someday get the John Wick figurine, and I can have him kind of like kneel down, and she puts the sniper rifle over his shoulder. But
yeah,
I don't know if that'll ever happen.
That'll be listen. That's what I want to fucking see, John. When you fucked up,
dude,
you
I
fucked
swear.
up. Don't spend the money now. I want to see that.
Someday.
You fucked up. You shouldn't have said that. No, someday.
Let me
bitch,
get the truck out of
tomorrow
the
or
shop
someday.
first.
now I'll tell you what. I think Alita looks real cute in these 4 shots right here. I think.
By the
she
way,
does.
yes,
Yeah.
especially that bottom right.
Yeah, she looks real cute. You know.
I don't know if y'all, this is sort of off topic, sort of not, but in the manga there is a panel where that's why I mentioned the thing with the rifle, where she's got the big old sniper rifle over Figure 4's shoulder.
Figure 4's shoulder.
I noticed that in Mad Max Fury Road, Furiosa does the same thing with Max.
That's not
Same
that's
exact
not
thing.
an uncommon firing position.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it not?
It's
No,
not
it
an
isn't.
uncommon
I remember
firing
seeing
position.
that before.
Yeah, that's why I put in that. Remember that video I did with Alita and John Wick? That's why I compared that manga panel to a bunch of. I showed some Nazis doing it with an MG42. I showed a couple guys at the range
I
doing it
never
with
thought of that.
precision rifle. Yeah, it's not uncommon. It's just, I mean, it kind of sucks for the fucking guy whose shoulder is
I'm
being
about to
used.
say,
Yeah,
rest
because
in
it's
peace
loud as
eardrums.
hell.
Damn.
It's loud
It's
as
louder.
hell.
It's louder to be next to a rifle than it is
Yeah.
to be behind it.
Yes.
And so that guy being right there next to the concussion is just he can feel that.
You didn't think that the
Oh, yeah,
gases
he
would
won't
do-
be able to hear for a while. Either.
See, this is what. Okay, this is why we need to have Den come on and do a Guns of Gunham stream.
All right.
I
we'll
had
do
it.
that.
I had that video partially made, and I decided to scrap it because
Dan,
when I made those
you got
posts-
a lot of videos partially made.
yeah, I do actually, especially since my computers keep fucking crashing. But,
Oh, yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, that's
yeah,
nice.
I've lost like 4 since I started, doing the Alita videos. But no, what was I gonna say? I started making posts on Twitter to see kind of the interest in that, and I got a little bit of traction with those. But for the most part, there wasn't too much interest until that one time when I said that I actually want to buy the gun. So what I think I'm gonna do is I might just buy the fucking gun and then make a video then reviewing it. But because think
You're
about it,
talking
I mean,
about the 10mm, right?
yeah, the 10mm, especially since that's not a very common gun, the 10mm version of that gun. But the video I was gonna make was just going through the series and looking at the real life inspirations for every single gun. But that gets tedious and long, and if not a lot of people really care about that shit, why put that much work into it? You know what I mean? When I can do something
Right.
else that's more fun, like the video I'm doing now is fun for me. So if not a lot of people watch it, then it sucks. But
That's coming
It
this
was fun.
weekend, isn't it? Hopefully.
should have been, yeah, should have been.
Okay, Dan.
I-
Dan, this is going to be a stream. Then we're going to do the Guns of Gunham or Gumu or Gundu or whatever you want to call it.
Gundu.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. You gotta be on that stream because I'm gonna put all the guns in the manga in there and you get to talk about them. How about that?
I mean, I kind of did the video. It's still up on my channel. I put it unlisted, where I went through half of them.
yeah.
Like the
What?
yeah, you don't remember that? Because what I did was instead of making an
don't.
edited video, I did like a stream that wasn't live, and I just uploaded it. And as you can see, no one knows about it because no one fucking watched it. But I made it unlisted, and like I got up to the Toon Dark with the Reneguns and the that were based off the P90s and stuff like that. That's as
I
far as I
remember
got. And then the Reneguns that the soldiers have, like Figure 4 and stuff, they're basically P90s.
Yeah.
And then I showed,
Yeah.
I showed
I have a scene with them in it. In my
the
Yeah,
Renegades,
I'm
so
one of them,
You're up to the
actually.
Badlands.
yes, you are. You're,
Okay,
you're
now-
the commander.
Now I gotta watch.
Oh,
Now
I'm
I
the
gotta
commander? I
read.
didn't know that. I didn't, or that I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, you're the commander of the train works, man.
Oh, there we go. Admiral Hoops.
Nice.
He's basically calling you a weirdo without saying it.
Yeah.
No, that's Australian too. You're a great guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Australian, yes.
Okay, let me bring this back to Alita.
Yeah, we diverge a lot.
Yeah, we do. Well, that's all right.
I mean, wasn't that about Alita though?
Yeah, it kind of was.
It
with
was,
the guns.
technically.
Yeah, it was actually. So, what about the Zalem thing, you guys? Okay, Zalem is part of it, but of course, then there's Jeru. You don't get a sense in the movie that there is a Jeru, do you? I mean,
they got the space elevator.
They're not going to call it Jeru.
Novelization.
That's my theory.
yeah,
They're not going to call it Jeru.
novelization. It's not in the movie. You don't. I mean, the movie. When I saw the movie before I read the manga, I thought that just that Zalem was just hanging up there. It was just like kind of up there, but it's not. So that's what I thought anyway. So anyway.
Well, you can in the movie you can see the I don't know if you call it a tether or space elevator. You can see the space elevator going up. So there's something up there. I think they're just saving that for later. Whether or not they ever honestly, I mean, they could tap into Last Order, but I feel that they'd probably do something around the lines of the original / non-canon ending. I don't know. This is kind of. I think they'll do that mixed with some of their own stuff. It's just kind of the feeling I got. I don't know. At least if they're planning to do only 3 movies, I mean, hey, if that's it, then you're not giving yourself much room to breathe.
Nah, they got to do at least 5 movies. I know.
4 or 5, I think, would be just.
Yeah, I started out with 4 more, but now I've changed my mind. It's going to be 5, and if we keep going on this, it's going to be 6.
Well, I like the number 7, so I think that's a good number.
Yeah, there you go. 7. I go with that. I'm good with that. So anyway, but we got to see more of our girl in these sequels. I mean, well, first of all, Creaky is going to be when Alita's up there in 2563. Creaky's going to be 614 years old. He'll still be alive, so I'll be her Uncle Creek. I will be her Uncle Creek. That's what I will be. So anyway, Creaky. Yeah, and she'll probably call me Creaky because she'll know the Elite Army was around before her, and she'll call me Creaky. So that's cool. I'm good with that. She can call me anything she wants.
It's not late for dinner.
That's right. That's a Southern phrase. You know that, Maxie?
It's been used in Australia a lot too.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, there's Creaky's favorite guy in the Last Order right there, or not Last Order in the original. Well, he was in the Last Order.
Well, he is in the Last Order. Yeah,
he is.
I remember right. He's in there quite a bit toward the end.
Yeah, toward the end. Yeah, when he's going up to try to find Alita, So
go for my woman.
Yeah. Now this is after Alita kicks the shit out of him, isn't it, Maxie?
No, this is during the attack on the train where the
train that's right.
A nuke.
Yeah, that's right.
There's reasons.
I can't wait to see that train blow up. I want to see that. Yes.
Okay, Jay and I stays out there. Hey, Jay, how's it going? He wants to see Den as figure 4. I could live with that. What do you think, Den?
Me, a black figure 4?
Yeah.
Damn, that'll be crazy. I get to kiss Rosa. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a win.
Okay, never mind.
So then my wife,
Creek wants to be figure 4.
Will no longer be an Alita fan because I would have to kiss this other actress. But it's just acting though; it's not real.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's not real until it is.
You might have to make a few takes of it.
Here's the thing. So Rose is what, 5? Yeah, I know. I got to do like 10 takes, right? So Rose is like 5'4". My wife is 5'4".
Okay,
so you just
Rosa did 6 months of martial arts. My wife has been doing martial arts since she was 6 years old.
So you got that going for you.
I think my wife would win that fight because really we can talk about me playing figure 4, but at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to who's going to win that fight, Rosa or my wife. So I don't know. I don't know.
getting nervous there,
Yeah,
didn't
you
he?
might just have to kiss a green screen, is what Jaya says there, Dan.
Shit.
It's but then what's the point then? I mean, listen, it's not going to be real. You know what I mean? So
Man, can you imagine that? That is so
Kiss the green
dehumanizing.
screen.
Kissing a green screen. Oh boy.
They're gonna give me like like a green version of those anime waifu pillows. You know what I
Well,
mean?
no, here's the thing. Here's the
They're
thing.
gonna get-
They say, Creek, we'll let you be figure 4. We're going to CGI the hell out of you. But there's only one stipulation. You got to kiss Rosa.
But
I'd
Keanu's
say,
too old, and then Creek comes in.
Hell, I guess I'll do it.
Man, I can see. They put a tennis ball on a stick and they add a pair of lips on it, make it green.
Here you go. Because of COVID, this is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget.
Well, the Creek is fully vaccinated, so he don't have to worry about that.
Don't forget that.
I
Oh,
disagree,
boy.
Jaya. I think Alita does kiss figure when she goes off. She goes off to do her thing, and remember she tells Figure not to cheat on her, that kind of thing. But I think she kisses him there before she goes off. I think so. What do you?
I think she did, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I guess if I played Figure, I'd let Rosa.
Someone's
kick my butt in
barking.
the movie. Yeah, it's got to be Den's dog out there. He's wreaking havoc. So anyway, Alita
Fun
Baker.
times.
I definitely kiss Rosa in my dreams. I haven't had an Alita dream yet. Damn it! You guys quit doing that.
I had one. She was really, really sad. It was shortly after. I don't know if it was after Motorball or. It was partially inspired by Ray's fanfic because I'd finished reading the part where she's in Hugo's apartment. It was so sad, by the way. Golly,
It was meant
shit
to
had me
be.
down for a week. No joke either. I was sad for about a week after reading that. I was like, oh, damn it.
Well, if you have really realistic dreams, it could affect you, I guess. Yeah, there's the gun being shot
I'm
over.
saying the fanfic. I dreamed that sequence, but I was like there. It's kind of hard to describe, really, but
I'll do you one better. I'm going to pull rank here and say that I can proudly state I have had no dreams.
as in general, or just about Alita.
About Alita, like everybody here is like, "Oh, I've
okay.
had this dream or something."
No,
I was like,
no,
"Am I the only one who hasn't?"
I've never
No.
had a dream about Alita. I've never have.
Yeah,
So
that's one
And
person
that's
that's
the
saying
thing
that.
But like I was honestly sitting here. I'm like, "What's the big deal? So what, right?"
yeah. No, we're just having fun, Austin.
Everybody have Alita
That's not a-
dreams.
It's funny though. Is for a second there, I actually thought everybody was being serious though. Like, because I was like, my mind was drifting. I was thinking about something, and then I hear all this conversation out of the corner of my ear. Not the corner of my ear, freaking that's corner of my eye. But anyway,
It's just John saying he's had an Alita dream.
in the background, I just hear people talking about dreaming about Rosa and Alita. I'm like, what are they talking about now?
No, that's just John.
No.
Of
No,
course,
the Creek-
it's me.
No, the Creek has never had a dream about Rosa or Alita. Let's get that straight right there. I've never had that dream. So
I did have a dream that the sequel was announced. Oh boy. Talk
that'd
about
be-
disappointment when you wake up.
oh yeah.
And you realize that shit was a dream. You're like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, exactly.
I need the real.
That'd be a nightmare, man.
It was. It was a nice dream, and then you wake up and you realize, oh wait, hang on now. Oh,
Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't like that dream at all. I don't think I'd like that one at all.
but everyone was going nuts though. Twitter too. It's kind of sad when you have a dream that you're actually on Twitter. But
That is
apart from
fucking terrible, dude. What is
I know.
that?
That's how you know I'm on
You
it too
need
much.
to, I don't know, man. You need to unplug or some shit. 'Cause this is
The
getting
past few
terminal.
weeks, I've really been on it a lot. The past few weeks, especially since I wasn't working. Ugh,
Unplugging is fucking amazing. Go to the mountains.
it is. That's what I was doing for weeks. That's what I was doing for the
go
longest
to
time.
Tibet. Go to Tibet. Yeah.
That'd be so
I don't
nice.
think they got. Yeah, that's right. They don't got internet connection out there. But then he might fall
Actually,
into a
no, I
fucking
don't
cave
think
and come
so.
across the empty man.
That-
So
I
who
was just
knows?
about to say that. Damn it, you beat me to it. Fuck.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't need
All
to
right,
be.
guys, I'm going to bring this
yeah, no.
back to Alita again.
Krieg's probably like, man, you bunch of misfits. Can't you keep your mind straight? We're talking about Alita here. Why are we talking about all this other stuff?
No, I don't know. It's okay, Austin. This is not unusual for my stream.
It really isn't. Actually, it's
So
just
anyway,
not
we
unusual
were
for us
talking
in
a little
general.
while ago about merch. So there's some ideas right there. What else you guys got on this?
Need some merch on my perch.
That's right. And we won't go any further than that. So now there is that Martian memory game. I know I see Chaos playing that thing.
Reboot that shit. I'll play it to death.
Oh, there we go. So Alita's kissing figure 4 there. So
Nope,
okay,
she's
Creek. She's close. Oh, I see.
Close, but no cigar. Per usual.
It's the old bait and switch.
Yeah.
I just thought I had to share that.
Yeah. Well, she does end up
I
kissing him
like,
eventually, but
You know what part is kind of like really nitpicky, but go figure. But the part that or a little thing that I want to see just because it's funny, when they're hanging upside down, I can't remember the context of how they got up there, but
that was on that building.
yeah, it's in that building, the same building with the butterfly. And
Yeah.
he's about to give her some food or something, or I can't remember if it was when they're hanging upside down or not. He's about to give her like a piece of food, and she opens up her mouth. Yeah, she's like, "Aw," and then he takes away the spoon and shoves it in his mouth, and she has this upset look. It's funny.
Yeah. Well, I like
totally
the
something
scene
he'd do.
where they're sitting on top of that building and that butterfly shows up and she just blasts everything in sight.
If they don't have that in the sequels, I'll be sad.
Says, what the hell was that? that to me was really funny. You know, here's this big badass cyborg and this butterfly is freaking her out.
That's why she's great, though.
Yeah.
Vulnerable in the most weird ways.
Okay, now Maxie, you're setting us up again, I bet, aren't you?
Yep.
Yep.
I love that picture.
Yeah, I do too. That's neat. That's neat. Yeah, that's
the only time she smiles at all.
Yeah, that's the only time. Well, she was. Remember, she didn't have either of her feet or something like that, and he was carrying her across the desert. And she said, "Just leave me here. You know, I don't want you to die on my account. You know." And so I'm going to take the woman I love. If I can't do that, then you know, whatever. You know. So anyway, that was kind of a neat little scene right there. I think. You know. Yeah, there you go.
As Dan calls it, the sweet fruit of life.
Yes.
There's videos.
My favorite video.
Yep.
Yes. Here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That was one of my favorite parts of the whole thing right there. Yep. Yep. So anyway, back to merch, I guess. So what else we got here? Certainly we got some merch already, but it's got to go. There's got to be a lot more to it, doesn't it?
They need to make stuff that's not so damn expensive. Seriously, we need more of it. More.
Yeah. Yeah, even the Hot Toys.
You know what I'm surprised by? With all the stuff that they did make merch-wise, I can't believe they didn't make some kind of like little mini Zalem diorama or something. They really fucked up by not doing that. Have like a lamp.
They could
make a lampshade out of Zalem. Come on.
Yeah. It'd be kind of like they would do like that Lego Death Star. They could have done something like
exactly.
that. Exactly. You know? Yeah.
Oh, Lego Zalem. That's a good idea. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it is. That'd be kind of cool. You know,
Disney would probably do that too. That's the thing.
Yeah, they would. Yep. So any other thoughts about merch, you guys? What else?
Yes, please.
Yeah, exactly.
More of the manga stuff would be nice. That would be really nice.
Yeah, when does
I
that
think-
Prime 1 thing come out right there, Maxie? When does that?
No, it's not another year and a half yet.
Yeah,
Holy
pretty much.
shit.
2023 at the latest, or at the
That
earliest.
thing's what, $1,400 US, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah.
One of them is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Creaky may get that.
The other one, yeah. I think there's two of them. There's the one with the soldier,
Yeah.
and one where she's leaping over the wall. I think this one with the
Yeah.
soldier is like $1,400-$1,500. Well, after shipping, it's
Yeah.
probably about $1,600, really.
Yeah.
Australia, it's like 2,000, I think. Shit.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's two grand Australian. Yeah, exactly.
Whew.
Dollary
Yeah.
dues.
That's
Jeez.
some serious gold right there.
Wallet murder.
Mhm.
Well, those T-shirts, I know Creaky has got 3 Alita T-shirts. You know, I got one that certainly, well, it's not official merch. I
Only
guess.
3?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
I got
the
one
same
that
I
Cran. I got one from T Public. You know, one thing Cran did for me, and I bought 2 muscle shirts to lift weights in. So
It's funny because there's one of those. I have a tank top one. I thought it'd be good to wear when we're out there mowing the yard, and I found out really quick that was a bad idea, given that, wearing black in the heat's kind of stupid. But
yeah,
How do you think I feel? I wear it all the time.
I don't get it. How the hell?
Just kidding.
Ugh.
yeah.
Oh, I hadn't
he's
thought of
being-
it like that.
Yeah, he's being funny on that one. Yeah.
I was thinking clothes, dude.
Hey, Dan, I'm 132nd black. Should I be worried 132nd?
Black where it counts.
Okay.
But that tank top, if I can find it, Creek, you would really like this one. Actually, it fits well with your whole lifting weight
I have
thing.
12
Needs-
Alita T-shirts. I'm really not wearing one.
Oh,
Dear
holy
God,
crap.
you don't even need to wear any other shirt. Just wear Alita shirts.
I'm
That's
jelly. I'm jelly.
Hang on, if I
Oh,
can
come
find
on.
it,
You
I'll
could
read you what
afford
it says.
12 of them.
You know, here's the thing that Vladi has here. He made this thing about the bus. You know, I know that Cran was going to get the bus, and she ended up saying hell with it. You know, what happened with that, Maxie? You know a little bit more about that than I do.
Well, it wasn't movie accurate. It was movie poster accurate, and they considered that the coloring of the plates underneath the breast and across the breastbone was purple, whereas actually, if you watch the movie at all, it's obviously silver, and it was just the coloration of the light in the shot that they used as reference, but they didn't give a crap. So
Yeah.
she was like, "It's not movie accurate. I don't want it."
It's not just that. Even the eyes, although I think the eyes are still pretty, they don't look as good. The hair, actually, what bothers me more than anything, not even so much the paint, it's that hair, man. I don't know what it is. It looks long too. I'm being picky probably, but hey, when folk are gonna put that kind of dollar down on something, I mean, shit. Not that I'm buying one, but
Didn't they also gave her a hard time about it too? Didn't they, or something like that?
They wouldn't reply to her emails and
they
stuff.
just ignore her. Not a good look at all.
No.
Oh, Creek, I can't find that shirt, but it basically says along the lines of sweating is acceptable, bleeding is acceptable, puking is acceptable,
that
but
one.
quitting is not. Oh, you do? Yeah, that's same one.
Can I get that on Amazon?
I found it on, I think, T Public. That's where I found most of
all
these
right,
shirts.
All right. Okay, cool.
I got that one.
It's
from
a black.
Amazon,
I
but
think
that
the
was a while
artwork
back.
of her on that one is actually fan art.
It does look like fan art.
Oh, I didn't know if it was on there now.
I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, I think it is. I've seen it before.
Yeah, the shirts I have is one that's just got Alita 99 on it, and then the other one is a shirt. It's kind of like the poster, you know, the movie poster, and then of course I got the one that Cran did for me, you know, from T Public. So yeah, I've only got 3, Maxie. So I might have you beat on the Hot Toys Alita, but you sure as hell you got me beat on the T-shirts.
I've smashed you on the T-shirt.
That's right.
Hey, but I have a
Oh,
Hot
God.
Toys Alita here now. It's most excellent.
I really wish I could get my hands on the original Viz copies, but good luck with
I have
that.
all of those of the original series.
Well, of course. You've been a fan for 25 years.
Yes, I have.
There's Hot Toys Alita, folks. Yeah, Vladi, she's here.
You know what's crazy though is that if you try to find, I think it's the original copies of the or was it 12 through 14 of Last Order, those last few volumes, they're I don't know why, but for some reason those last few are really, really expensive. Like you'd be on 14 alone, specifically 14, it's like $200 on eBay or anywhere, or really anywhere else. I forget if I had a point, but
I forget if I had a point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Long day.
I love this. Creaky's old. Yeah, I'm old, man, but I'm telling you, I am bad to the bone. I did
Creaky's
that one.
Creaky and maybe Den are probably the only ones of us who could actually lift the leader.
Maybe, yeah. How much?
I would make a joke first and then get hurt.
Well, how much did we determine she weighed, Maxie? Do you remember?
Oh no.
Was it 200 or 300? I think at one point Dizzy said she weighed 800. I don't think she weighs that much.
Yeah,
but...
nah, it wouldn't be that much. I mean, a young strapping bloke needs to be able to pull her to her feet. I mean, that was the doll body. I mean, each body would have its different weight.
Yeah.
And she's got to have at least a certain amount of weight behind her, so she's got the kinetic energy to do harm to people when she beats them up.
Yeah. Yeah, she could definitely beat you up. I think I could pick her. I know I could pick her up. There's no doubt about it. You know, even in her doll body, I can pick her up, you know, so. You know, I mean, I lift more weight.
I could really use her help on a job sometimes.
That's why I think Hugo's a wimp. You know, I mean, we had one stream where we talked about Hugo, you know, kind of, oh, you're heavy, you know. No. She's, you know, she might have some girth, but she ain't heavy.
Man, when he said that,
you're just a wimp. You're just a wimp. That's.
It's like that. Really, the first thing you're gonna say to the girl is "you're heavy." Golly, dude.
Point. That was my point. Yeah,
first thing I thought when I saw that movie.
I'm surprised she didn't slug him.
Nah, she's too sweet for that.
I don't know. Garissa probably didn't think so. Neither does Zapan.
You know, Zapan's one of those folk that's going to get mad about it, the littlest thing and don't make a difference.
Yeah, I think you're right, Alita Baker. I think the Berserker body is lighter than the doll body. Anyway, Maxie, I think we had that discussion that one time. I think we both came to that conclusion, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Berserker body probably weighs, I would say maybe 200 pounds. That'd be my guess. Who knows? We don't have anything to go on. And the doll body probably weighs 300 pounds. But that's just my thought on that, you know. So.
I remember when they said her heart was 300 pounds. I was like, what?
No. No, Ito.
That was Weta. That was Weta that said that, but.
Nah, but Ito couldn't have held her out like that. You know,
right.
I mean, you know, when he found her in a scrapyard, seriously.
No, I'm agreeing.
No, I'm okay, Ash Blackwin. I'm not going to drink milk at my bar. I will drink a beer. I will have that. Or I might drink my flavored Propel water. I might do that, you know. So, yeah, we one of these days we got to have a little get together at Do Not Stand By. You and I and Alita Rave, and any other Alita Army member that shows up to Denver. You know, we'll definitely have a drink there at the Kansas bar in Denver. So,
welcome to New Bar, Kansas.
You know, I sure hope Rod Rodriguez saw that. You know, I mean, you know, because you know,
I do too.
That was a great. I mean, Jeff did a great job on that sign. I mean, holy crap, you know. And you know, it's really neat the way you can change colors on it. I know my brother saw it. He said, "Man, make it green, make it red." No. It's got to be blue. You know, it's got to be that turquoise like blue. You know, very light blue. You know, so.
Well, he has got another commission for another sign after they saw that one. Who did he say it was? Somebody he knew.
Was that the
his,
one he was
like,
going to do?
in-law?
Was it like Chicago or something that they want him to do, or what was it?
I'll look it up.
Oh yeah, I don't know about reenacting that bar fight there, Alita Baker.
He's got all kinds of work ahead of him with that sign, or because of that sign, I bet. The brain.
Yeah, he's also on shaky ground with his current position, but he went for a job interview and he's been offered a new job. So
yeah,
there you go.
I think he got it. He thinks he's already got it. So he's working at a Jeep dealership, I think, is what he's.
He said, "My dad is sending me an art file from his job to do a 5-foot backlit sign for his company."
Nice.
There you go.
So maybe I helped him get his business going.
That's so cool.
Side business, because that sign is great. Let me see if I can find that damn thing on my. Shit, I can't get at it. Oh, there it is. Okay, just a minute. There it is. Let me pull that sucker up. I am proud of that thing, man. You know, that's my Alita merch right there. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, where is that damn thing? Come on now. Yeah, we'll put here we'll pick up 2 of them right here. This one right here, I'll bring that one up. So.
Well, we can't see it, dude. You haven't shared.
I know. I was looking for it. Just kind of hold on there, Maxie. We're getting there.
It's like
Come
all
on.
the horses.
Whip that horse. Get it to gallop. Come on.
Yeah. Let's see. There it is.
Then why are you buck naked?
What?
Den's handle.
Why wouldn't I
Den.
be, especially with your nice sultry Australian accent on stream?
Bruh.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere with that one.
Y'all are dreaming about
Step,
Rosa.
people
I'm
can-
dreaming about Australia.
I just got back. Who's stripping?
I'm very sorry. I think
He
you
turned
confused me
Indian
with somebody else.
Yeah,
Tech
Lottie, you're
support.
right, Lottie. Not the furniture.
Thank you for calling Microsoft support.
Exactly. So look
Nah,
at that,
bro,
though.
you're
Look how it
African.
lights up the room, though. I mean, it's very much like the Kansas bar. Now, this is all wood and all that shit, you know. And no, Maxie, I am
He
not going to
said
convert
dogwood.
the walls to make it look like this. I ain't going to do that.
Oh, come on.
Nah, man, that's too much money. I don't want to spend that on that. I'd want to spend that money on some merch, you know.
Sequels.
Yeah, sequel. Yeah. And so anyway, there's that one, I think. So. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do this one. Yeah, there it is.
Did we just lose someone? Wait, no, we didn't.
Yeah, it looks like we lost Do Not Stand By, I think. Oh, he
had to scoot.
Yeah, he says, he had to set up he's doing an outdoor movie. Oh, he's doing Foundation. Yeah, that's I read those books back in the 70s. They were pretty good. Yeah, the creek was old in the 70s, Blotty. Well, I wasn't that old, I guess. So, see, Dan, you're 30 years old, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, well, I was
No.
30. I was 30 years old in 1979. So there you go.
Well, shit. I mean, this is 1979 to somebody out there in the timeline. So
Probably.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah, you're right about this, Blotty. I do need to get an Alita portrait on the wall somewhere. I
I've been
definitely
meaning-
need to do that.
I really want to get a tapestry of Zalem just in the Iron City. There's actually one particular image that is the one I'm hoping I can find. Get that made.
No, Alita Baker, I don't want a big hole in my floor. So, oh well. Yeah, I really enjoy that sign. No, gosh, I mean, I turn that sucker on just about every night. You know, it's pretty neat. It's got a little app on my phone. I can change colors and make it brighter or
What?
dimmer. Yeah, oh yeah,
That's
it's pretty
cool.
cool. It is cool, man. I love it. Yeah. So. Okay, guys. Well, anyway, we've been going over 2 hours here, and you guys aren't coming up with any more merch that you want. So
Can't think of any.
I'm weird like this because like it's kind of funny. if I'm the one, like if it was something that I was making, I would know instantly all the merch I'd want. But at the same time, when it comes to like movies and games and stuff, I don't know what I want until I see it. And when I see it, it's like, yes, I want that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing a game. That'd be really nice if they did that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
I'm
shit, they
against-
have Martian Memory already. Just, I mean, I'm not too fond on reboots necessarily, but it'd be nice to see that revamped.
I would like them to I'd like them to translate that shit.
You know
man.
who would make a great Alita game? And I was just thinking about this because of their track record and how many great classics they've made. And I think you guys, I don't know if anyone here has played their games, but Platinum Games I think would be the best person to do an Alita game.
Ah,
Ooh.
they've been around a while too, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the
They've
one
done,
that made Metal Gear Rising?
Yeah, they did Metal Gear Rising. They've done Bayonetta, and they've done Nier in a Nier Automata on this. So they know how to handle bad A kind of female characters with awesome fighting skill. I mean, look at the choreography that they threw into Bayonetta. I mean, imagine what they could do with Panzerkunst and stuff like that. You know?
Well, it's funny because years ago, like things like 2005, there was a game that they were getting some concepts made for. Like, and by that I mean combat moves and whatnot. You can still find the drawings actually of the concept or whatnot, but it got scrapped. I think it was Activision at the time who they were going after, which now I would no, please don't. Do not take her to Activision, please.
Ash Blackwind, you are, I tell you what, you nailed it real good there, pal. That is my best scene in the movie. Right there, where old Creaky fell in love with Alita on that scene right there. I mean, I'm serious. When she rammed her hand in his eye and said, "Fuck your mercy," oh my God, if she had been a real person, I'd have proposed to her. I mean, that's how much I love that scene, boy. That scene is great. Yes, I need that up there in my bar is what I need. So you're absolutely right about that one. So, yeah,
I think we need.
I get goosebumps every time I see that scene. I've seen the movie, of course, nearly 40 times, not near as much as you guys, but every time that scene comes up, I get goosebumps every time.
That was one of those, well, that wasn't in the manga.
Yeah, that's right. I think it pleased Lita Calligridis that I knew that too. Gary, what do you think my favorite line in the movie is? Yeah, that was pretty cool. I love that scene. I don't know about an Alita sauce at McDonald's. I don't know. Creek doesn't eat at McDonald's too much. I don't know. If there was an Alita sauce there, I probably would.
I could see John on the counter rolling around, looking for that fucking sauce.
No. Keep Alita far away from McDonald's of all places. Come on now, you gotta do better than that. You gotta come up with some other.
Well, what I would do if they did that, John, what I do, I go to McDonald's and say, just give me the Alita sauce. I don't want a hamburger. I don't want any of that bullshit you guys have. Just give me the Alita sauce.
Just drink it raw.
Yeah.
I'd probably do it.
The chocolate orange sauce.
They should do.
Sorry, what?
Say what?
Say what?
Oh, here's something we got to see in the sequel. We got to see Erica. That's another one I want to see.
I think she's going to be in it, actually. I really do think she's going to be in it. I don't know why. It's just kind of a little...
Is it just me, or for some weird reason, does Erica, just in this image, look exactly like Cran?
What?
Well, her hair is a little lighter than Cran's, but you're right. She does,
What picture?
The one that we're looking at, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my phone. Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Cran.
Yeah, she does kind of look like Cran. Now her hair is way more blonde than Cran's, but yeah, Cran could dye her hair.
Speaking of which, where is she? She needs to be in here.
I'm not sure. I sent her a link.
She's busy most weekends these days.
Yeah, she does a lot of gaming. I guess she does like.
No, she's out with friends most of the time.
Well, I know for a while there she was doing a lot of that damn Dungeons and Dragons stuff, I think. So
Leo,
I think she's out with the doll making mob.
ah, okay.
man, I can't wait to see her little plushies when they're done. Talking about merch, that's some merch for you right there.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of missed. I missed out on the mushroom heads a couple years ago. Whenever those were being made, man. Oh, I really regret not doing that. God, I almost did, but I was like, I don't really feel like dropping that on a plushie. Oh my God, I regret that. Especially once y'all got her on stream, and I was just like, damn it. It hit home after that. I was like, I should have got one of the pillows.
Well, Cran would fit very well as Erica because. Cran, she's petite. There's no doubt about it. I know Angelus really gives her what for on that one, but but she is very petite. So yeah, she'd be probably about the same height as Rosa, so it'd work out, I think.
Who would Rido
said, oh, that's a good question.
What's this?
I said, who would Rido play?
I'm not sure.
Who'd play Aga? That's what I want to know. Besides Idris Elba, I've seen a lot of people say that name for him.
I think that'll be good. I like that guy.
It would.
Yeah,
I do too.
I like.
But he's not Indian though.
Yeah, that's true.
I always thought Agama Body's like Indian or Pakistani, like somewhere from that area.
Really?
What about that comedian guy? That he does. What's his name?
I always
not
thought
Aziz
that,
Ansari. No.
No. Gosh, no, not him.
I always thought that Joshagan was like native or something.
I always thought Josh Ugan was just a tan guy.
Let me find this guy's name.
Agama Body's definitely Indian because he does Kalari Payatsu, and that's an Indian martial art, and he does all the yoga stuff and all that stuff. That's all. Like,
I don't know how to properly pronounce his last name, but it's Asif Manvi.
Never heard.
Has anyone seen Spider-Man 2?
Yeah,
yes, of course.
Okay, remember the pizza guy that's like, he goes, I'm sorry, Peter, I'm going to have to fire you, that.
That's Agama Body.
Yeah, that guy.
Nah.
Wasn't he on Saturday Night Live or something?
Yeah, he's a comedian. He's a comedian.
Yeah. He was also in The Last Airbender too, I think.
Oof. You might have been. I'll look it up right now and let you know. But I like that dude, man. He's so charismatic, man. He walks on the screen. You got to like him.
Oh, he was on Daily Show. That's right. Yeah, you're right, Blotty. He was on a Daily Show. Yeah.
Tony Starvellian as Aka Mumbadi.
Don't know who that is either.
Yep, he was in Last Airbender. He played Commander Zhao.
Cool. Yep, there he is.
I thought Will Smith for a moment, but actually that's a terrible idea.
No.
That's a terrible idea.
Dan doesn't like Will Smith.
It's not that I don't like Will Smith. It's just that I don't know. There's just something so sanitary about him that just like
you're right.
Like he's great for Disney movies. I used to love Will Smith as a kid growing up. Don't get me wrong, but something just so sanitary about the guy. It's like, nah, man.
I'm not too fond of him anymore. I really loved him in I Am Legend, but that was the last.
That one movie made by Ang Lee, the one where there's two Will Smiths, an old one and a young one, that looks interesting. And then I heard it was shit. So I was like,
I actually ended up watching it about a year ago, and I can see why people had issues with it, but I actually kind of enjoyed it for what's worth.
Are you saying Will Smith is arguing, buddy? He'd walk up to Alita, punch her in the face, and go, "Welcome to Jiru, bitch."
that is the best scene of Independence Day, by the way. How does I hear so many people clown that scene, and I'm like, but if the aliens landed in America, that's exactly what I mean, at least Florida. I don't know about the rest of America. Yes. But they landed here in Florida or like Texas or something. That's exactly what the fuck
or even Arkansas.
If they landed in like if they landed in Portland, the people would welcome them.
Yeah, they get welcomed and subjugated immediately.
Damn.
Imagine Florida man versus some fucking tentacle guys. If they land in Japan, it would be over. The
Sounds like
aliens in fucking Japan. The fucking aliens would be running away, trying to get locked up in sex.
Like, dude,
sounds like an anime.
You see the Florida man running down the roads, like he'd be like, "America."
Exactly.
And then the alien would go
Florida
running in the
man.
other direction. And in the background, you'd hear the Team America World Police theme.
We just need the Aussies and the Floridians
America!
to team up. You know what I mean? Aussie man and Florida man together, fighting off the fucking aliens.
Jesus.
We just
Man,
need
we
a
have gone
flip-flop.
way off track.
Oh yeah, an Australian.
Gary, it's time
and a
for you to
Floridian.
say,
Got it.
let's go back to Alita now.
Yes. Let's do that. Oh Lordy. All right. Well, anyway, I think we kind of strayed off track, and we didn't come up with that much on merch, did we? Although plushies,
It's kind of hard.
Yeah,
It's
it
kind of
is.
hard to really know what. I'll say it before I say it again. I want a Xylem lampshade.
Oh, you know what? You know what? With a world as incredibly thriving with just interesting characters and crazy, villains and heroes and stuff, and anti-heroes too.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Alita deserves a trading card collection?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember the Star Wars
Imagine
action
the-
figures from back in the day. Not
Yeah.
not like the Hot Toys Alita size, but the Star Wars action figures. Like 3 inches, 2.5 inches tall. Trying to use your weird ass measurements, but if you could have a set of those, because I would love to be able to set up like dioramas of scenes from the movie or scenes from the manga, and there'd be lots of options. There's so many characters. They could do a whole toy line, I reckon.
Why not, right?
Yeah. And you could have, like special edition gold, Alita, and all sorts of things if they want to do a collectible. But
Honestly,
just
I think
something
it's a travesty
affordable.
It's not already done. You know what I mean? I really thought all of that would come, but I actually, when I was first got into the fandom, I didn't see this movie. I thought the movie would do way better than what it did. And then when I left the theater liking it, I was like, oh, this is gonna fucking not.
Oh,
Hey,
Ash.
It's not gonna do great.
Oh, Ash.
I got one for you. Okay, you guys were talking about this earlier, and I'll throw it up with the trading card thing. So you know how like trading cards have chase cards?
Yeah.
Imagine, okay, so chase cards, like there's the really rare ones that are like, one in like maybe 500 or 1,000 or something like that,
Yep.
like, and then they go up, like even harder. Like, I mean, sometimes it's like, I think there's some card sets that have like, it's like one in like 5,000-10,000, something like that.
And if you got a bunch of other trading cards, you're willing to trade like 10 or 20 or 30. For the
So
one
you know
card.
what they should do? If this isn't in the movie, they should just do this just to sell the trading cards. So imagine, okay, they do CGI mock-ups of the Imaginos bodies as the chase cards.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Ooh,
Oh, son of a gun. Oh,
You like that?
God. Yeah, dude.
How much bubblegum would you be willing to buy?
Oh, shit, man.
It's like, here, in order to get this, or better yet, like imagine you get the crappy cards at restaurants and you get the good cards. Like you have to go to like the Walt Disney stores and buy the trading cards at the Disney stores.
Yeah.
I ain't driving across the country to do it, but
I know
might.
that works because I actually have a full set of Buck Rogers in the 25th Century trading cards, and number 69 was the hardest one to get.
Imagine
I
that.
traded a nearly full deck for that one card.
lucky number,
Sounds like there were a lot of people that were really excited about the number 69 card.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah.
why.
Kind of like in that movie. What was that movie? I guess MASH, 69 is divine. That's those women were cheering that at that football game. God almighty. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's an amazing movie, that one. Let's don't get off on that one. So
We really diverge, don't we?
yeah, we do. Well, that's okay. That's what we do here.
Well, the trading cards is about Alita, though. So I mean,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah, that's right, Jaya. Absolutely. Matter of fact, Jaya, I want to put this back in the chat. You're welcome to come on if you want.
The more I think about it, the more a like Alita Lego set. I'm not even really one for that kind of stuff, but Shit, I'd build one.
Yeah,
It's funny though, because Gen X Strikes Back in the very, very, very beginning, in 2019, the intro, I don't know how many of y'all remember this, but the intro to his channel was actually a bunch of little Legos that him and his daughter set up to recreate. I can't remember which scene it was. I think it was the market scene when she gets the chocolate. I don't know. But it like recreates a whole series of scenes from the beginning of the movie in Legos. And I don't know, I thought it was really cool. And he records it, and it's all like a little short movie thing. Okay, I'm not probably not remembering it very right, but that's awesome. Long ass way of me saying we need more Legos, huh?
How did we get onto Buckaroo Banzai Adventures Across the Ninth Dimension?
Jaya brought it up.
Say what?
If we're bringing up movies, how about RoboCop?
Yeah, I haven't seen.
See,
the
RoboCop. That reminds me. Another thing they need to do if they're going to make an Alita game or something, they could at the very least add her to the Mortal Kombat roster. Good lord, they're skimping out right now. They have Terminator, they got Voorhees, they even got the Predator. I think. Why not add Alita? Come on now.
It's interesting that you mentioned RoboCop, because the guy who plays Buckaroo Banzai also played RoboCop.
That's what made me think of it, because I was like, oh, it's Peter Weller,
Well, the actress, I guess, in the 2014 version of RoboCop is one of my favorite Aussie actresses, and that would be now I can't remember her name.
She's the girl from Sucker Punch, right?
No, it wasn't Sucker Punch. It was, or it could have been. Yeah, it could have been.
She's blonde, right? She's a blonde.
Yeah. Abby Cornish is who it is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she's fine in my book. Yeah. Her, and I like her, and I like that one that was married to what's his God? I see these movies escape me because I see a movie once or twice. I'm done, with it, But she, God, he was in Pirates of the Caribbean. Played Will Turner.
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah,
Bloom.
His ex-wife.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name now. But she's Aussie. I like her too. So
I've not heard his name in a long time.
yeah, he hadn't been in much lately, I think.
He's in that show, Carnival Row on Amazon. Fantastic show if you give it a chance.
Oh, okay.
It's got me thinking, actually, because you mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean. Can you imagine Johnny Depp as Figure 4?
Holy Christ.
Earlier, when somebody said something about having Amber Heard be in it, I was going to say, just as a joke, I was like, then let's cast Johnny Depp as Figure 4.
Dude, yes. Yes, do it.
I could see Johnny Depp as Nova.
You know what?
Yeah, I could too.
Actually,
Yeah, I could see that.
And the other person, I thought, me and Enigma said the same thing. When we went and watched Sonic the Hedgehog, right before everything, went to shit. There was, damn it, what's his name? The name of the villain. It's completely escaping me. I keep thinking Dr. Nova because he reminded me of.
Dr. Demento?
Robotnik?
Robotnik, that's him. Dr. Robotnik. That is him. That is he.
Let's see, where's that? I was trying.
John, you there? John. Earth to John.
John, you there? His mic must have crapped out on him.
He's talking to himself right now.
No.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go, John. Sounds like your mic crapped out on you.
What the hell is going on? That was some bullshit. What was I saying? I don't know how long that went on for.
You were talking about Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
Yes. When me and Enigma watched that and saw him do the breakdance, just in general, Robotnik reminded me of Manga Nova. So I got to thinking, imagine Jim Carrey as Nova for the movies. I would actually like to see that.
He'd be a good one.
Actually,
probably,
maybe even him more so than Johnny Depp. Actually,
I think Johnny Depp would do a good job, though.
Yes, I think he would too.
When you get me think about who would be the best Nova, and you tell me, the guy that was from American History X is already playing Nova. I'm like, freaking yeah, let's go.
But truthfully, though, if I actually, if it would have been up to me, I would have actually casted Willem Dafoe. I think he would have been actually like the one if I had to pick, like for real.
Yeah, he looks like more of a villain, but problem is there's so many villains he's played that like that's how you see him already. Like I'm not sure he could like
True.
Because the only time that he's played a villain since Green Goblin where I forgot I was watching Willem Dafoe's when he was nailing it as Ryuk in the Death Note movie.
True. Yeah, he was really, really good for that. That's the only thing they did right on that movie.
I know. It's like they nailed Ryuk, but they destroyed every other part of that movie.
That was good too.
And we get to see more of them because they're doing a sequel. So
God, I cannot believe they're doing another one. What the hell? Maybe they'll
get ready to get back to Alita.
Well, well, I was about to say, we can't get a damn sequel, and they're putting that one on. Seriously?
Hey, maybe
it did get viewed a lot, though. That's the thing. Netflix goes by how many people viewed it.
Yeah, that's true.
Creaky, pick up screen share.
I was trying to look for that Australian actress. There's old Jeff.
Say what?
That's her.
That's Abby Cornish, isn't it?
Oh,
yep, that's her. Yeah. Sucker Punch and RoboCop.
Yeah, she is fine.
What was she in recently? She was in something.
I like her. I've watched her on Craig Ferguson's show, and she is funny. She came out of the show and she was real nervous and everything, and she was trying to explain to him what a wombat was, and he said, "A wombat, is that a lady bat?"
It's a furry tank.
Yeah, it loosened her up.
It's a furry tank.
Yeah,
it's a wombat.
Yeah, she's all right in my book.
All right.
Shit. Oh, she's better than all right, but you're right.
I can park her moccasins under my bed anytime.
You and Splashbang over here having me look at all these pictures of these women. Whoo, shit. Context behind that story.
Well, Dan and I used to look at waifus a lot.
By the way, John, to make it easier on everybody, just you can just call me Austin on the thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone's driving. At least whoever's driving. Yeah, right.
That would be Mr. Kunstler.
Whoever's driving is at least using their turn signal.
Hey, Jeff.
How's it going, guys?
Good. I want to show Jeff of course, he's seen this, but, let me...
Congrats on the job offer there, Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For one interview, pretty much hired spot on, so... Yes.
That's great, man. I'm telling you.
Love it.
I like how it lights it up, That's what's neat about it. I mean,
it really does.
It's cutting out.
What's the new? You got a new client, didn't you? I'm sorry.
Well, it's a potential.
Okay.
So my father, his plastics company they want to sign in one of their conferences. Be bigger than this one, actually. About just long, but it's going to be probably about like at least we want it backlash logo company.
Yeah. Boy, I bet with that new machine you got, it ought to be pretty easy to put that together, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It'll be able to. Well, because the designs aren't as complex, these letters aren't going to have all the hole patterns. I'll be able to probably cut out everything, within a couple of hours, and then I just have to really assembling it and figuring out how to assemble it would be the trickiest part. But honestly, it'd be so big, I'll have to, probably freight it over to them, and they're going to have to handle that piece of it. But yeah, so the new machine I got is just I'm blown away with how awesome that new machine is. I can't wait to get started on making stuff with it.
Yeah,
because it's really cool.
Well, I'll tell you right now, your old machine did a fine job on that sign right there. Now,
I know it really did, and a lot of it was just knowing the limitations of what the machine can do, so you don't push it too hard, and have it. A lot of it's just knowing how to run the machine to get that type of result.
I'm surprised somebody hadn't asked you to do a Chicago sign.
Well, I mean, again, I don't have a website up yet. There's the only people that are really aware of this is people that are in the Alita Army itself.
Yeah.
And so I gotta do a lot more research on kind of how to establish online presence and create a website, and so I gotta design a business card, and so I kind of really got to do a lot of that whole marketing, kind of research and stuff, but it'll come.
There are people here that can help you with that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
I found them.
Creaky used to have a website before I stopped consulting. Now I don't need to do it now. I don't need a website now with my one client. But I used to have a website, and I did marketing and stuff, my own marketing. So anyway, it's I wouldn't say I'm an expert at it, but I'd be willing to give you a little bit of what I know anyway. Would be help a little probably.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And then there's these Facebook groups that are specific to like entrepreneurial work with
nice, yeah,
CNC machines, and so it's kind of like people that are kind of running their own business, basically, or starting their own business with CNC machines with the different materials and stuff that they produce. So, and because when I'm on that group, when I put stuff up like this, people were just like blown away, because they were just like, normally people aren't doing lit up signs like that. It's normally just small tchotchke little things, going to like craft shows and like having, cutting in like a Bears like bottle opener, or like where it's a piece of wood with the logo cut in and it's on the wall. But like this is something that's really unique.
Yeah.
And I had one guy basically offer kind of a type of an apprenticeship type of
damn,
nice
situation.
That's big right there.
So because he sees the potential. He's like, yeah, this is a real niche. If you really focus and hone in on that could be very lucrative. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's right.
Well, Ash Blackwin had a great idea. You could get Cran to design you a business card. So
yeah, well, honestly, what I'm going to be looking to do is probably carve a couple of things that will actually have like my business logo in there. Because as much as I love like having an Alita Army or like something that's got a name associated with Alita, no one's gonna get it. Especially if it's an official business. So I'm probably gonna have to do like Racine custom signs. But what I could do is I could literally carve out like different pieces of wood that actually have like Racine custom signs and just have it almost like a picture.
I sent you a picture. Did I send you a JPEG of this?
You sent me a JPEG of that and the one during the daytime too.
Okay, yeah. So feel free to use those. I mean, I don't have any problem with it.
Absolutely. I've definitely shared a lot of the picture, a lot too, just to be like, oh yeah, this is it in its new home.
Yeah.
And people are like, wow, that looks really good.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say the home is new, but the sign is. Yeah.
Right. But no, I mean, again, your bar looks fantastic. Beautiful. Even just having it in my garage, looking at this photo, I'm like, wow, that like it really lit up. It lit up your bar more than I thought it would actually.
Yeah.
But that's very nice.
That means it's good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the time that I have a couple of friends over or something. We're all sitting at the bar, maybe at a party, and I'm looking forward to somebody asking me, "Why do you have Kansas up there?" And then my response is going to be, "You got a half an hour."
Pretty much.
So tell them all about Alita.
Well, what I showed this one guy. At the job that I just recently quit, so he was like, "Oh, he must be a Kansas fan, like the band." And I'm like, no, that's not it at all.
And I'm not a Kansas Jayhawk fan either.
I am.
College football, Well, I don't hate Kansas Jayhawks, but I'm a Florida Gator fan. That's what I am.
So there was one person in the CNC entrepreneur group that I'm in, where I posted that, and someone actually put in the comments, "I love Alita Battle Angel," and I'm like, "Oh my
I love
God.
that! Nice. Yeah, nice."
So yeah, someone actually got the reference, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, no one has ever gotten that on the first go around."
Yeah.
And then so which was cool because he was like an original manga fan, during the whole thing, but he also has a woodworking business, so that's just how he came across the posts. And so then we had this whole string of conversation, like in the comments about the manga and the movie and this whole thing. So it was great.
Yeah, cool.
I love how Jeff actually uses his turn signal.
Yeah.
Well,
unlike
I don't
half the
drive a
people where I
BMW,
live. Was waiting for that comment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to scoot, y'all.
Yeah, I got your private chat there. So anyway, thanks for joining us there, John.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
I'll come when I can.
All right, man. Yeah, I'll send you another link.
I don't think I'll make it tomorrow though. For y'all's Saturday stream. Yeah, I'm actually hitching a ride with Boss Man. He's my transportation right now while the truck is in the shop. Yeah, I don't know if I told you about that. The radiator finally blew out. I knew it was gonna happen, but just didn't know when.
Yeah, I figured when you sent me photos of it that it was going to be the radiator right up at the top.
Yeah, it did. I was in a pharmacy drive-through, and it just spraying everywhere. It's a mess, but nothing, no accidents or anything like that. So
yeah, usually that happens when you're idling, and it just runs as high as it's going to be when you're not.
Yep, that's exact. I wasn't moving, and it just. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. But it's all good. We're working on it, and he's my wheels right now. So I'm going to be with him as long as he's out there. So I won't make it back in time.
Good to have a good boss, though.
Oh, dude, I'd be absolutely screwed if it wasn't for Eric.
That's good though.
Yes. Alrighty, boys.
All right, John. Well, I guess we've been going for damn near 3 hours, so maybe we ought
for a while.
Maybe we ought to wrap it up too. I guess
Yeah. I'm just gonna let out my crowd now, and that'll be it. Film those sequels, baby.
Feel that. There it is. Okay, guys. Did we miss anything? I don't think so. We talked about everything under the sun.
I'm missing 3 sequels. Can there something?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're missing 3. We're missing no Maxi. We're missing 5 sequels at least, and a series, and some anime.
7
we're missing
sequels.
all that shit. We're missing it all.
Any advances on 7? We've got 7 games of 7. Any advances on 7?
Yeah, 7. Yeah. Okay, 7. Yeah, I'll go for 7. Yeah. God, I wish I was a trillionaire. I would go to Disney and say, okay, I'll pay for it. Just do it. They'd probably do it then, wouldn't they? So anyway, the creek's not a trillionaire. So there you go. Okay, that's our fave right there. I mean, she is great. I saw a tweet that she's the best. That the tweet said she was the best actress in the universe. And I put 4 hearts on it. Yeah, she is. Without her, Alita, I don't think would have been the same. I think it's just the fact of the matter, I guess. And just as a reminder, I think brand new cherry flavor is still on. I haven't. God, the creek still hadn't seen it. But if you can watch that thing too, it's got rose in it. Anything with rose in it's going to be good.
Just be prepared for a wild ride.
Yeah, okay. Maxie, you want to talk about what's going on tomorrow at Radio Chaos?
Oh, well, we're flipping back the pages of the original manga back to Chapter 5, Helltrap Responsibility. Just after, I've got to get the name right, Makaku arrives at the Kansas bar in the manga, and he's facing off against Alita. We're going to see what happens next. So
nice.
Anybody who wants to come and have a chat about that, please let me know. Den's coming on, and
Yeah.
so is Radio Chaos. So we're going to have a few exports to tell us all about that one.
Yeah, the
And,
Creek will be managing that stream too. So,
and Den will get some more sexy Aussie accents. So there you go.
yeah, he will. Yeah,
Can't do without it.
yeah.
So yeah, tomorrow it's a couple of hours before this time, maybe 4 hours before this time or something like that. It will be episode 83 of Radio Chaos. 83 episodes, man. When we started that, did we think it would go this long?
Yeah, I saw the first one. You guys had so much fun doing that first one.
Oh, didn't we? Oh yeah, I remember that. So we're going to do that chapter in the manga. We're going to drill down into the important points and the subtext and all that sort of stuff, and have a chat about that one. It should be a lot of fun. So anybody who's a manga fan, not Vladdy, of course, because he hasn't read it, but anybody else?
I don't know. Yeah, Vladdy's still in there. He's still in the chat, so he heard you.
Yep. So we're knocking around with the manga tomorrow, so that should be fun.
Yeah.
So everybody go grab your copy of the manga or get on Manga Owl or wherever you read it and read up on that one.
Yes.
And be ready to talk manga.
Oh yeah. Creek may have to go back and look at some of that too, because it's been a while since I've read it. So okay. So anyway, why is this image here? Well, it's here because I like it, and I just love Alita as a character. I mean, it's just great, And I'm only here for our girl, to paraphrase Grishka, and the Elite Army. So there we have it. So that's become my standard outro, I guess, for the stream, So anyway, I guess on my count of three, we will do the new call to action, which is not so new anymore. Film those sequels, baby. Although I don't know if they use film anymore. My brother gets on to me sometimes about saying film. He said, no, it's video. It's now video now. Okay, video. But we'll say film those sequels on my count of three. 1, 2, 3. Film those sequels, baby. All right, we'll see you guys next week, and we will see everybody on Radio Chaos tomorrow.